Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's live stream. I am just making sure that everybody can see everything that is going on. Okay, there we go. Hello, welcome to today's live stream. It is Wednesday, March 25th. I decided to come on a little earlier than I usually do today because I will not be streaming next week because I am going out of town with the kids for spring break. So hi John, hello. Okay, so today what we're gonna do is we're gonna watch the case that keeps on giving, and that is the Laura Owens case. And today I found the injunction that Clayton Eckerd brought against Laura Owens for harassment, and that is on from Schnitzel Ninja's channel. So a lot of the stuff that I get from there or a lot of the videos that I get are from there. I always have her linked down below. I get it from the victims of Laura Owens, victimsoflauraowens.com. If there's anything else that you guys want me to cover, please let me know. Hi, Tiff. Welcome to Finally Make a Live. Also, hi, Bruce. Listen, I actually came across your channel because I did not realize that you are a content creator, and I had watched just a portion. I was picking up my kids from school and I want to finish it. So yeah, if you guys want to go over to Bruce the Moose has a YouTube channel as well. And I know that he covers some of this Laura Owens stuff as well. So hi, Liz. Hello. So more crazy, not pregnant chick. Exactly, John, your future girlfriend. Listen, I think you can fix her. I think you can do it. I believe in you. I believe in you. Hi, purposeless people. Hello. So anyways, we're going to watch this today. And for the first time is so fun. Oh, my God. Somebody left in my comments that watching someone react to this for the first time is like watching their kid ride a bike. It's so funny to me. Listen, and if you guys are new to my channel, the thing that I do is I like to learn and I like to educate through learning. There's a lot of stuff that I don't know. I think there is so much important information that is brought out through this case. This case is wild on its own, but there's so much learning to be had, not only about pregnancy, but about pregnancy loss, but about vanishing twin syndrome, about how women's bodies works, and on the other side of that, you know, different motions that lawyers file, and different ethics, and different you know, different things like that. To let you guys know, I am working on a video right now about David Gingras, and when I tell you guys, I am having so much fun. These videos, honestly, I may never stop making them. So anyways, I'm just a moose-shaped human. It's funny, we call my son Moose, so that's his nickname. It's very cute. I like it. Bruce was there on June 10th in a full suit. Damn. No, my heart belongs to the other crazy chick. Oh, Kendra with the psychiatrist. You're doing a great job. I've been watching your past live streams. I'm 38 weeks pregnant and have nothing else to do except incubate a human. Good for you. And hello, Boot Scoot. Okay, with that being said, I have not watched this yet. This is where, though, Laura Michelle Owens is in court. She's on Zoom, but she's in court. It is November 2nd. She's claiming at this time, I believe, still pregnant. We know in her other things that she has said that she did not lose the babies, and I say that in quotations. You know what I was thinking, guys? Even if she was pregnant, okay, all of this, even if she was pregnant, there is still absolutely no proof. I know she wasn't pregnant. Don't argue with me. Just hold on a second. Hi, Mr. Pike. Even if she was pregnant, though, there is no proof that it was Clayton's baby. None. So to drag all of this on and even argue, and then I've read some of David's blog posts that were sent to me, and I'm like, he's arguing that she was pregnant, but that maybe she wasn't, I don't know. I don't know. His arguments go back and forth. I'm so confused. Anyways, okay, let's get this started. I am up here in this corner over here. There was like no good way to put this on. So let's watch for the first time together. Oh my God, the vocal fry. I can't. Right. I know that, God, this girl is so pretty. Woo. Hi, stir crazy. But here's the thing. You're right. Even if she was pregnant, she failed to bring clinical proof of pregnancy to court. Right. Okay. I get that. Hear me out is what I'm saying. I'm just saying that even if she was pregnant, okay, even if it comes to light that she was pregnant, she still dragged Clayton Eckerd down to the depths of hell with no verifiable proof that it was his. So either way, she loses. And that's kind of the thing that I was thinking about with David Gingras is like, okay, fine. Argue that she's pregnant. Argue that she's pregnant all day long. That's fine. Argue it. I'll even say, sure, she was pregnant. You still have no verifiable proof that this man was the father, and he would still be owed money. Anyways, now I'm just making stuff up for the plot, okay? I find it funny that that's it. That's what it is. He argues that she was pregnant but didn't get full care. Sort of. But then he is like, well, the ultrasounds and Banner care and all of these things. And it's like she got prenatal care, but then she didn't get prenatal care. And it's like this weird go back and forth to like fit the narrative. Why? It's interesting to me. And now because she has no money, she can't pay him. Why is he riding so hard for her? Because I'll tell you something. I am never going to go ride or die for somebody who isn't funding me, isn't feeding me, and ain't fucking me. So that's all I got to say.
Yeah, actually, let me look at the worksheet really quick. One of them isn't even one that I'm trying to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, it would be that one.
Yeah. Did you guys not have it?
Yeah.
It would have been.
Who is this?
I labeled it like 15. I don't know if you saw I gave him a USB. Do you have that USB?
He was on Dr. Phil once. That's not the claim to fame I would ever want.
But
we're different, I guess.
5 and 16, I assume, would have been your last.
Yeah, there were a lot of those shit.
Okay, where are we at? So I take it he's opposing counsel? What's with all this good-looking counsel in Arizona? Good Lord. Is there a sign-up sheet? Oh, that's her attorney. When is this a new attorney? Is this a court-appointed attorney? I gotta tell you, and we talked about this last time, but like with her making $200,000 a year, and this is what she's wasting it on. You know what? I could never. If I was making $200,000 a year and somebody wanted to paint me as the biggest liar from Liar Town, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm going to bathe in my bed of cash.
Thank you. You may be seated.
So this is the injunction. So this is November 2nd of 2023. And I believe this is the injunction against from Clayton to Laura Owens. Oh, sorry. I don't have Prime either. So
parents want to start building generational wealth.
No, I don't want happiness for my children. Leave me alone. Jump scare.
All right. So good morning. I'm Commissioner John Texas. And we're here today in the matter of Clayton Eckerd versus Laura Owens, CV 20230539552. We will start by having everyone state their names. Ms. Arena, if you want to begin.
Good morning, Your Honor. Deandra Arena, counsel for the plaintiff, Clayton Eckerd. I'm also accompanied by Isabel Raney from my office, who's an associate.
Thank you, Mr. Eckerd.
My name's Clayton Eckerd.
Thank you. Yes.
Good morning, Your Honor. Attorney Joshua Lopez representing Laura Owens, who's present before the court on Microsoft Teams.
All right, thank you. Ms. Owens, if you can state your name for me.
Laura Owens.
All right, thank you. All right, so this is the continuation of the contested hearing that the previously held on October 24th. Before we start, I guess we'll discuss there was a request to have the hearing not put on live stream. The court granted that. Then there was an objection to that filed. The court had granted it prior to the objection. But I have reviewed the objection. At this time, I'm still...
Okay, I do have to tell you, I did read the comments. And this right here is Greg Gillespie, who we will be talking about on Sunday, and his wife. And I think for them to sit on this side so that she has to look at them in the background, 10 out of 10, recommend. Diabolical. Know your lighting, folks. Know your lighting.
Ordering that the live stream not be active during the hearing. The courtroom is still open. Anyone who wants to come to the courthouse can view the hearing in the courthouse, but I'm not having the hearing live streamed. We also had a notice of supplemental allegations filed on October 31st.
How can you send me the lawyers list? So if you're in the Discord, also you can, why doesn't YouTube have a direct message feature? Also though, Instagram, I'm thinking about getting back on Twitter. But anyways, I have my notes. Here we go.
So Lopez, did you have an opportunity to review that?
I did have an opportunity to review it, and I'd like to object on a handful of different reasons, Your Honor. And if you'd like, I can present those now.
Sure.
So in regard to the amendment, well, in regard to the amendment, Your Honor, generally what happens in these order of protection hearings or injunction against harassment hearings, the petitioner is able to amend their petition at the beginning of the hearing before we've even started to determine what the scope of the hearing should be in regard to. In this particular instance, Clayton did not have those in his petition, and we are now 4/5 of the way through his petition. Not only that, we've started the hearing, and he's ended his case in chief. We've already presented now. He's ended his testimony. He's ended entering his exhibits. We've moved on to the defense case in chief, and we're 4/5. Again, we're 4/5 of the way through the hearing. If this was all complete on the same day, he wouldn't get that opportunity to now amend his petition once we're already about to be at the end of the hearing. Just because he's now hired counsel doesn't give him a new opportunity to now amend the petition or add exhibits or add testimony. That would essentially be restarting this whole hearing over again, opening up the petitioner to be able to testify and then cross-examination, and then we would get a chance to respond. That wouldn't make any sense. It's too late now. He shouldn't be able to amend the petition at this point.
Yeah, Mr. If you wanted to be heard.
I do, Your Honor, and
you can remain seated.
Okay.
I tried to look for the paper to go along with this because if anything like this came up, I wanted to be able, hello, whoever that is. I did want to be able to see like what he's talking about. Like I wanted to see the original petition versus the amended petition, but I wasn't able to find any documents to coincide with this particular injunction hearing.
Better for the microphone anyway, so
whatever the court's preference is, of course.
No, that was Corey Keith.
Your Honor, with respect to our request to amend pursuant to Rule 38D, it's our position that we are able to amend at this point in time. Mr. Eckert has already provided testimony to support these new allegations in his case in chief. I believe the purpose of Rule 38 is in part for judicial economy. As the court's well aware, Mr. Eckert could proceed with filing an additional injunction against harassment at a later date. So we're really just doing this to ensure that the court has all the necessary allegations to proceed with making a determination in this hearing today. I don't believe it's prejudicial whatsoever. Again, the testimony has already been provided to support these new allegations, and I think it's important that they be added so that the court can make a determination today and Mr. Eckert doesn't have to come back another time with a new injunction.
All right, thank you. So when I first received it, I was concerned that we were, just adding stuff at the last second. I do think that these are just making more specific allegations that we did discuss that Mr. Lopez did have an opportunity to cross-examine him about because they were based on exhibits that were already admitted and have already been admitted at this time. So I will allow the amended allegations at this time over the objection. But I do have the same concerns Mr. Lopez expressed, which is we're not restarting this hearing. And so the reason we reset it was so that Mr. Lopez could ask Ms. Owens questions about their exhibits and admit whatever exhibits they were choosing to admit. Mr. Eckford, I have given him an opportunity to review those exhibits prior to those being admitted, since he hadn't had an opportunity to see those. So where we are in the case is that Ms. Owens has testified primarily. She is going to, finish her testimony through whatever exhibits Mr. Lopez wants to admit. And then Mr. Eckford would have the opportunity to cross-examine Ms. Owens because that part he hadn't concluded yet. And then we would do closing arguments. So that's kind of where we are.
Is there another part of this that I have missed?
Just a question, Your Honor. So I understand that you're going to allow the amended petition, but as far as the exhibits that the petitioner was trying to supplement, those are not being included. Is that correct? He's not getting the opportunity to admit additional exhibits. Is that correct?
I mean, I guess the only thing I have about the exhibits, and I haven't seen that, I haven't reviewed all of those exhibits. The only thing I don't know about any of the exhibits is if they were in response to any of the exhibits that you have, I guess is what I'm not.
Wait, am I missing? So is part 2 better? Whatever. We'll just go backwards. It doesn't matter. Ah! Sorry.
I guess I'm not sure either.
I guess that's the only thing I don't know.
I swear to God, by the end of this year, I'll get Prime, so we don't have any of this. Sorry.
No, but at this point, I do think his, case has been basically concluded.
Okay. My final question is, as far as this hearing, I know it indicates in the minute entry it was we were just going to go for 30 minutes. Is that 30 minutes altogether? Is that 30 minutes for us to present our exhibits? Is that broken down? I just want to make sure that I'm efficient with my time as best I can be.
I mean,
all right. Well, should I go? All right. Hold on. Okay. We're pulling an audible here. Give me 1 second. Let's go back because I don't have, let's go back. You guys want to see part 1 first? I'm sorry. I'm still just trying to figure out this whole thing. Okay. So I assume if I go to Schnitzel's page, I can go to, oh my God, here's all the body cam footage. Okay. Where will you need YouTube Premium. I will get that. Thank you, Aviator. Thank you. Wait till you see it. Watch part 1. Bacon will get Prime when I get a membership. Okay, so Schnitzel should have it. All right, so this is the injunction. All right, here's the bankruptcy stuff. Here's, hey, Rob. Okay, hold on. So if I go back to, okay, so here's the body cam footage, February of 24, police department, Laura Owens versus Clayton Eckford OOP hearing. Whoa, there's so much. Oh, here it is. Okay, because this other stuff is Greg Gillespie. Okay, so let's go. I see.
Well,
okay.
Again, this one, she said she wants to do the.
Thank you for the super chat. Thank you. Okay, watch part 1. You get to see the fake baby bump. What? She's standing up. You can't see her face. We saw the. Okay. Hold on. Wait. Okay. Moon bump. Wait. Okay. All right. We're doing part 1, and then next time we'll do part 2. Hopefully we just have enough time for everything. Wait. Okay. There's Clayton. He's got his smart man glasses on. That's what I do too. Whenever I want to feel smart, I make sure. Actually, it's just because I can't see up close. So I put my my glasses on, and then I'm like, look at me, so smart, so smart. Bruce, thank you. You guys, thank you. This one drives you crazy. Why? All right, I'll get YouTube Prime. Can I buy YouTube Prime right now? How do I even do that? Hold on. You guys are so ridiculous. Okay, hold on 1 second. Let me do that so that we don't have to worry about it. Oh my God. You guys are the best. How do I buy YouTube Prime? In the middle of stream, of course. How do I, wait, my channel? Somebody tell me, quick. Don't buy Prime. Just get an ad blocker. Well, now I have money for Prime. Use an ad blocker. How do I get, how do I do that? How, I'm going to pass out. Oh my God. Wait. All right. Can we just, do you use Google Chrome? Okay, I have Google Chrome. That's where I'm at right now. Extensions? Google free. Okay, Google ad blocker. Thank you guys for helping me. Google Chrome. Ad block. Chrome Web Store. Extensions. Okay. You guys are so nice to me. Ad block. Okay. Ad extension. Pop-up blocker. Download. Oh my God. I'm so sorry. This one is expensive. Wait. It says. Okay. This should work. Maybe. Hey, I just met you, and this is crazy, but here's my number. I'll kill your baby. Hey, I just met you. No, they have free ones. Adblock Plus. Okay. Look what I found to listen to. I make waffles for the freezer. Hey, I just met you, and this is, oh my God. Okay, I don't know how to YouTubes. Give me a second. I am old lady. All right. Go to ad block, manage extensions. All right, so remove this one. Remove. Okay, no. Then we go Google. All right, ad blocker plus. Bitch. Ad block plus. Got it. Add to Chrome. Add extension. Free ad blocker. Yeah, bitches. We got it. Oh, YouTube Premium or a cocktail. I don't care. Thank you. You guys are so nice. Okay. Enjoy Premium free for 30 days. All I want to do is hear Laura Owens' voice uninterrupted. Okay. And then refresh the page. Here we are. I shall refresh. And I got to make sure that
12 again.
I got to be able to talk like Laura Owens.
I got pregnant by the Bachelor, and it wasn't even 7 a.m.
I think that sounds oddly like her. Okay, I think we're close. All right, we're back to streaming, friends. Okay, here we go. All right, so we're going to go on part 1. Got it. Got it. You guys are the best. Thank you so much. Okay. All right. Here we go. All right. Clayton's got his smart glasses on. Me too. Let's go, Clayboy. Okay. Oh, here she is. She dressed up for court. How nice. So back. At least she didn't knock a metal chair at the dude afterwards. The best subscription I pay for can't stand ads. Oh, okay. Well, it's just because this is something that I do, it's probably something that I should invest in. But, you know, I appreciate you guys. Thank you. DM the list of Laura's attorneys. Oh my God. On Discord? How many are there? Let me see. Hey, I just met you. And this is crazy.
But here's my number.
Hi, Commissioner. We're
I'll
unable
kill
to
your
hear you.
baby.
Okay, what are we doing here?
Okay, there we go. Sorry.
Let's go.
Here in the matter of Clayton Eckard. Am I saying that right now?
Eckard.
Sorry, versus Laura Owens. This is CB 20230539522. We'll begin by having everyone state their name. Mr. Eckard, if you can state your name for me.
Clayton Eckard.
Right, Counselor?
Correction, she doesn't let him sit
Yes, Your
there.
Honor, Attorney Joshua Lopez representing Laura Owens, who's present via Microsoft Teams.
Thank you, Ms. Owens. If you can state your name for me.
Laura Owens.
All right, thank you. We're here today regarding the pre-issuance hearing on a petition for an injunction against harassment that was filed by Mr. Eckard. And so we have an hour and a half for the hearing. That means each side has about 40 minutes to conduct their case and their testimony. So you do want to make sure you're being conscientious of what you want to present in the time that you have available. We do have a number of...
John, you better shut up, because if I don't have Spanx on, I look like 10 pounds of sausage in a 5-pound bag. You leave me and my Spanx alone.
exhibit. And so if you would like to use an exhibit or admit an exhibit,
Ooh, sorry.
then you do need to lay some, what I'm going to call foundation for that exhibit, which means you need to tell the court what the exhibit is, if there's a specific date and time that relates to that exhibit, how you have knowledge of the exhibit, and how it's relevant to what we're doing. And then you need to actually move to admit the exhibit. Want to present an exhibit, you have to, once you've laid that foundation, you have to actually move to the...
For those of you who are new here, I actually just went through litigation with one of my parents. We took custody of my youngest sister, and I went pro se for a while. And then there's a certain point that you get to that you're like, oh, shit, I think I need a lawyer. So, yeah, I get it. It's hard. It's a hard thing to do.
Court to ask to admit the exhibit. Just because you submitted them doesn't mean they come into evidence unless you move to admit those. Okay? And then you'll have the opportunity. So, Record, you're going to go first because you're the plaintiff. You'll present your case and your testimony. And then the other side, counsel will have the opportunity to question you. And then they can call witnesses and you'll have an opportunity to question them. And then at the end, everyone will have an opportunity to make
I know I'm asking a dumb question because I know why she's standing, because she wants you to see the fact that she's pregnant. But sit down and put your face in the camera.
Closing argument. Okay. The things that people can testify about, you do need to make sure that they are related to something that you have personal knowledge of. So you can't just say, I saw something on the internet, and so now I can testify about it. Okay, it does need to be something that you have some personal knowledge about. And I know that this case also has a family court matter. This is not the family court case. This is not the trial on the family court issues. So I need everyone to focus on the issues that we have.
I love that she's like, this is a family court matter. And Laura's like, yes, even though I have not proven that me and this man are a family. So
this hearing. So we're not deciding pregnancy issues. We're not deciding paternity issues. Those are not the issues that are going to be decided today. So what this court is looking for is a determination as to whether or not there were a series of events that were aimed at a particular person that would cause a reasonable person to be annoyed, alarmed, or harassed, that that person was in fact alarmed, annoyed, or harassed, and that those actions had no legitimate purpose. Those are the findings that the court is looking to make. So, record for you, you're trying to show by preponderance of the evidence that that was the case. And
No
then
spoilers, Colorado.
Ms. Owens is going to be trying to show that there is not a basis for the injunction. So the things that are outlined in the petition are the things that can be discussed or addressed. Okay, but as I said, you know, we're not discussing whether or not officially that there's a pregnancy or whether or not officially there is a paternity issue. Okay, so we need to make sure that we are keeping on track with what we want to show in our case. And so the series of events does need to be
Okay, we get
more
it.
than one,
Like,
but it can be looking for.
Did you want to hear opening statements?
I mean, I would allow people to do an opening if you wanted to, or you can waive opening either way.
Okay. And my other question is that what I believe that Mr. Eggert is going to present are emails.
Brittany, she doesn't have a job.
How can I afford a hairbrush if I have 0 jobs?
Regarding alleged harassment in this matter. But the emails, and I know you had indicated that, and I understand this is not the family law, the family court case, but the emails and the alleged harassment have a lot to do with paternity and things of that matter. So I think that those things are going to come out, despite this not being us trying to prove paternity and things like that. I think the content of the emails has to do with that, and so those things will come out.
And I understand as they relate to the specific basis for the communication,
Okay.
that they can be brought out. I just don't want the parties to think that I'm going to be making any determinations as it relates to those other issues.
Thank you.
So do either party wish to make an opening statement?
No.
Or we can just begin with the testimony?
Let's
Yeah, I'd like to make an
go.
opening statement.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh,
You're going to hear that back in May of 2023, Laura Owens and Clayton Eckert became intimate, which led to my client becoming pregnant with twins. And since May of 2023, Clayton has refused to believe that my client became pregnant. He's refused to.
I just really I wish if he was like, my client became pregnant with twins. If Owen or if Clayton was just like, I objection.
Believe that he's the father of these unborn children, and he has refused to work with my client to create a plan on how and if he wants to be a part of these future children's lives. Instead, Clayton turned to the internet. He's turned to his fans, he's turned to his followers, and he's spread rumors and lies about my client. Clayton has insinuated that my client lied about being pregnant. Clayton posted online about legal issues he knew little about regarding my client, Laura Owens, and a legal battle that she was involved with and is still involved with another individual. Clayton has posted about Laura that has led to harassment by his fans and followers. Laura has received harassing messages.
You know what? I don't want to hear it. And obviously he's a lawyer, he has to do his job. But I'm just wondering, has he seen the emails? Like, that's the thing. For you to sit here and say, I'm getting harassed by his his fans and his cult and his loyal follower. You literally emailed him saying that you were going to go to the media, number one. Then you put out all these stories about how there's a woman that he got pregnant with and he's a scumbag. And then you came out and was like, it's me.
Jessica, I'm in here.
You were like, I'm actually the one, I'm the secret woman. So you outed yourself. Had you not outed yourself, nobody would know it was you. Nobody. Zero people would know it was you. And then you made things public, and then the pressure, it got too hot for you. So then you were like, oh, maybe I'll step back. Maybe I'll try to get the court to seal these things. And, sometimes when you play with fire, you get burned.
Laura was asked to kill herself, and Laura has been staying inside to protect herself, which is why she's currently appearing via Microsoft Teams for this particular proceeding. And again, this all stems from Mr. Eckert's post online. All communication from Laura to Clayton during these time periods that Mr. Eckert put in his petition has been related to Laura's pregnancy with Mr. Eckert's unborn children.
Well, even if everybody knew it was her, she still came out and outed herself. There's still the article where she's like, I'm the one. You didn't have to do any of that.
Mr. Eckert would like to do moving forward with the unborn children, creating a parenting plan. And actually, it's also in regard to potentially him taking down posts, which again led to harassment by his fans and followers.
Listen, I will never condone fans or followers of mine. I talk shit on my platform. I don't need to go to other platforms to talk shit. I will never condone taking my stuff and going to harass somebody else. I will never condone somebody coming here and then going outwardly to harass someone else. However, I am one person sitting in my basement behind a microphone. What people decide to do with their own time and their own free will, if I didn't condone any of that and I didn't ask you to go do that, that is not my fault. Me getting online and having an opinion or Clayton speaking about something that is happening to him, if he's not inciting anger or hate or harassment, it's not on him to have, that his fans or whoever is going out and harassing her.
None of the communication that Laura directed at Clayton was for harassment purposes. All the communication was for legitimate.
See, I don't know if I agree with this, that she's not smart, because there are some things that she comes off with that I'm like, diabolical, which is why the autism diagnosis really bothers me, because I feel like she uses that as a pass to be a terrible human being. There are certain things, I've talked about this whole thing with my husband, and when I explain things to him, he's like, she's smart enough to do X, Y, and Z, but not smart enough to do A, B, and C. And I think what happens is, I think if she had more time, right? She's working in these little schemes. She's working in a pressure cooker, and she's got to work as fast as possible. I honestly think that if she had more time and if she was able to breathe a little bit, she would be able to put a lot together. Because there's a lot of stuff that she does that is so very calculated.
Purposes, and a reasonable person in those same circumstances would not be seriously alarmed, annoyed, or harassed by that communication. And at the end of this hearing, we're going to request that the injunction against harassment be dismissed or not issued. Thank you.
So for testimony purposes, Mr. Eckert, I'm assuming you're going to be testifying, and then Ms. Owens, I'm assuming is testifying, counsel.
Ms. Owens will be testifying, Your Honor.
So if I can have you both raise your right hands, you can be sworn in for me.
Hi, Jupiter.
Promise for the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
Yes.
You? All right. Mr. Eckert, if you want to go ahead and begin with your presentation of your testimony.
Thank you. I think it is important.
Didn't I say alleged? I'm sorry. I meant to say alleged. Right. Anything that comes from her is alleged. Yes.
To just provide a little bit of context over that opening statement. It is what he had stated. I do not believe that Laura is pregnant. I know we're not here to discuss that today, but because of the evidence I will present, I'll explain why I've been receiving unwanted messages for the last 5 months, and I have blocked this individual from all communication, yet they continue to send me messages. And I have asked this individual to early on do a paternity test.
Right, man.
She would not do it unless I were to date her exclusively. And so then Ms. Owens threatened to go public, which I have submitted that evidence today. But my reasoning for why I doubt her and why I have chosen to cut off all communication is because, if I can submit Exhibit 32.
And what is Exhibit 32?
So Exhibit 32 is an ultrasound image that I was sent via email by Laura. No ultrasound report was provided, and when I asked to speak with a doctor, she would not allow me to talk to that doctor. We also did an early resolution conference in the last couple of weeks. The mediator asked for her to make that phone call to that facility to prove that she and Dave had to do this ultrasound. She did not do it. She was not willing to make that phone call. And so with that picture and that picture alone, I believe it is photoshopped, and there is no report that she has been able to provide. And I've asked for it, and I would like a doctor to be able to stand behind that image, as I believe it's a fraudulent medical record that she has submitted to me via email.
Okay. Are you moving to Exhibit 32?
I would like to admit, yes, Exhibit 32.
Any objection?
Yes, Your Honor. If I'm not mistaken, Exhibit 32, double check.
I'm never going to be happy. Either she's standing up and I ask her to put her face in the camera and then she does and she's uncomfortably close. I feel like she's looking at me. It's Oh, we're standing again.
No, actually, Your Honor, I'm not going to object to this.
All right, 32 will be admitted.
Thank you. May I continue?
Okay.
I would also like to admit Exhibit 36.
Before we get too much further, if you can just explain to me what you believe your relationship is or was with Ms. Owens, because part of
relationship is a choice. Relationship is if I had a relationship with everyone I hooked up with and had regrets from, boy, that would be a lot of relationships.
The reason it's an injunction is because of the relationship by nature of it. I think that you listed as being not an intimate relationship. So
no.
I guess maybe if you can clarify that for me.
Yeah, Your Honor. She gave me mouth hugs twice in a matter of 5 hours. And then I'd like to never see her again. Thanks. Case closed.
Your Honor, Laura and I had engaged in oral sex one time. And to me, as I filed this, I did not believe that constituted a relationship of any kind, as it was a one-time thing.
Okay, thank you. Right, go ahead, sorry.
Exhibit 36, I would like to admit that as well. This is a flash drive file. This was also sent to me by Laura Owens via email. She, in this email, which I actually have, can I send it multiple at one time or no? Or reference them at least for now?
Okay.
So Exhibit 18 is a screenshot of the email that she had sent me with this ultrasound video that she claimed was, you can see on there, I don't know, 1,000,000% real ultrasound video.
I love that. I'm gonna send a picture of my boobs to my husband later and be like, these are 1,000,000% my real boobs. Like, why would you have to send that if it was truly a real anything? Like,
that was the ultrasound of our children. But then I uncovered the Exhibit 34. This is a YouTube video from over 6 years ago, and that video.
No, it's that little dongle thing that hangs in your throat. That's where it is.
Video that she sent me within it, and so Exhibit 36 is the video that she sent me, and then the video on YouTube. And as you play both of them out, you can see that they are identical videos. She had cut a portion from the YouTube video and claimed it to be her own when it was somebody else's. And so I would like to...
yeah, this isn't Corey Keith. This is Mr. Lopez.
Well, I'd like to admit at least Exhibit 36, but also 34 and 18 to prove that she did, in fact, send this to me via email, and as 18 and 34 show, but also then to admit 36 because that is the visual proof that these videos are identical.
Any objection to 18?
Yes, Your Honor. I don't think there's enough foundation for the different things that Mr. Eckert is stating. It sounds like something was sent to him, and I don't know what website.
Oh, belly touch number 1. We got a belly touch, friends. Hold on, I need a sound for the belly touch. I don't know. I don't have any good sounds. I got this one. Are we not going to play it in my ears? What the hell are we doing? You guys heard it. All right, whatever.
That he's going to get these. And the things that he's claiming in here, he's saying that these are identical. I don't know if he can testify that these are, in fact, identical.
Okay. So 18 appears to be...
Oh. Stomach touch number 2. We need a counter. We need a counter in the chat.
kind of a screenshot of almost similar to 32, but I think it's closer to matches 34. But I think 18 is the one that actually was sent to him. Is that correct?
That is correct.
So do you have a specific objection to 18? Or objection?
That's what was sent
more related.
Yeah. 17, 18.
18, I think, was the one that was sent to him. So do you have something specific about that exhibit?
I do need a bell. Right. So Corey Keith was the one who filed the 3-3 notice of candor, which means that he represented her. He presented all of her things. And then later was like, I said that I thought she wasn't lying, but now that's not something that I believe anymore. No, I need that soundbite. And it's not even 7 a.m. Oh, look at her. Look at her. Just rub. Me too, girl.
Regarding who it was sent from and how he
Me
knows.
too.
Got it.
You guys, wait till you see my video that's coming out about Gingras. You guys are going to die. I had so much fun with that one. These are just getting sillier and sillier as I go along. And then now I'm also currently researching the bankruptcy case. So part 3 with Gillespie and Dave Neal comes out this Sunday. I'll work on Gingras while I'm gone. There might be some other videos in between because I'm going on vacation. And then we'll get back to whatever it is that you guys want me to cover because this has been so fun. Thank you, Stir Crazy.
So, Mr. If you can just outline for the court specifically the way that you received it.
Right, me right now. That's it.
Yes.
But also, too, like, even when I was pregnant and my son was, like, really high, it was never, like, right here. It was, like, it was here still. Like, she's, like, right here. She's like, ah, yes, Clayton. Ah.
By Laura Owens. As you can see in the screenshot, this was sent from her.
What date?
The date of it was October 6th at 4:39 p.m.
It never ends.
Any objection to 18?
They are.
18 will be admitted. And then 34.
All right, I'm going to speed this up a little bit because this is boring.
So Exhibit 34, I uncovered as I had questioned the validity of Exhibit 18, what she sent me. I did not believe that it was in her ultrasound. So I started to look online, and I found this YouTube video. And upon playing it, I found that the video that she had sent to me is within that YouTube video.
Okay. Objections to 34.
There you are.
34 will be admitted. And then objections to 36.
There you are.
Right, so 36 will be admitted. Record, if you want to continue.
Yes.
Look at her just rubbing. She's just rubbing, girl.
I would also like to discuss Exhibit 30. So Exhibit 30 entails a prior court case with this individual. And the reason why I bring it up is because of the repeated or similar patterns of behavior that Ms. Owens has exhibited. In this exhibit, there is an ultrasound in which that she presented to this individual. And then it was found that through a reverse Google image search that she had taken that from online as well. In this case as well, she states that she became pregnant by this individual.
No, I don't know about that yet. I'll have to do this in a live. Who's Rachel Juarez? Why do names keep coming up?
And she also claims that she was became pregnant with twins after one sexual encounter. And so the parallels between my case and this individual's case, I think it's important to bring that to light. And
imagine caressing a real belly in court. Just not pregnant, just caressing it. You're like, yes, Your Honor. Objection.
at that as well, because this individual has displayed repeated patterns of behavior. And I think that's important to note as to why I question the validity of this individual's claims.
And where did you obtain this document?
I obtained this document from this court. I came in here, it's publicly accessible. So I came here and I searched it, and there's about 14 pages in this that I printed off.
I'm writing down Rachel Juarez.
I consolidated it to bring out the documents that referenced similar instances. And so this individual that she has...
Listen, apparently this is all I do now for the rest of my life. This is who I am. So whatever you guys want me to watch, put it in the chat, drop it in my Discord, message me and I will react to it. I promise you.
Questioned if she was pregnant or not. It does state in here that.
Oh, she's raised her hand. She's tired of rubbing her belly and she's raised her hand. Hold on. Wait, where am I? No, move me. Oh, you can't see it. Wait. Ah, God bless it. Wait, look at. Hello? Look at. She's like, hello. Oh.
She provided sonographic images, and then a reverse dual image search revealed images were identical to a sonogram found on a blog post from 2015. And then within this document, it shows the pictures that were submitted to the court, the ultrasound in question. And then I'd also like to bring to, in this document, in the picture, it says that she'd sent to him, it looks like you're going to be a dad to 1 or 2 babies. And so she again states that she was pregnant with twins with this individual. And then on one of the last pages of this document that I pulled out.
So I told my husband, I said, listen, I have stumbled across this case and apparently it comes with a cult following and they have raised me up like they're King Julian. I am now their new sacrificial lamb. And he's like, Jesus, God.
It was noted in this court case, the plaintiff reportedly fabricated a pregnancy and subsequent abortion in the past during a relationship with a Michael Maricini in 2016. I do not know the specifics of all of these cases, but I do want to bring this to light and submit it admit the exhibit because of the repeated patterns of behavior that I think are important to note, because contextually speaking, that is part of the reason why I will then present evidence towards why I feel I'm harassed, because I do not believe what this individual is stating. I don't believe anything.
All right, I have the Gingras and Rachel Juarez debate, so I will put that down as my live stream when I get back then.
That she's saying, and these are the reasons why.
Sure, I'm going to object to this being entered. This is an ongoing case. We don't know what claims are or are not true within this exhibit. I don't think that it's appropriate, and I don't think that it's relevant to Mr. Eckert's petition in this specific matter.
So one of the allegations is a pattern of behavior of accusing men of getting pregnant in his petition. So I guess that's what he's presenting it for. So hang on, Ms. Owens, just a minute. I think that's one of the allegations in his petition. But
thank you, Jen.
Again, Your Honor, this is an ongoing case. We don't know what the result of this specific case regarding this exhibit is. We don't know anything about this case. We have it looks like this is some sort of complaint. It looks like it's a motion to dismiss. I'm sorry, or there's several documents here. I don't think that this is relevant for this particular case. I think that this is speculation. These are claims that other people have made. I think this is hearsay. I don't think it's admissible for this type of hearing.
Oh, what is she drinking?
So I'm not going to be able to admit Exhibit 30. I do.
I think this is hearsay. I don't think it's
admissible. Oh, it's Gatorade for the baby.
So I'm not going to be able to admit Exhibit 30. I do agree that there's not. This is a complaint and a motion to dismiss, but whether or not there's significant information enough to be able to support that, and whether you have any knowledge of it, is I think I'm not going to be able to admit that exhibit. Ms. Owens is raising her hand, but your attorney is here. So did you have a question?
No, he covered everything.
Okay. And he's going to be speaking on your behalf unless you're testifying. So
I would like to testify.
You don't have your chance to testify, but you can't testify in the middle of his testimony, and then your attorney needs to be the one that speaks on your behalf unless it's your testimony, okay?
Okay.
All right, Ms. Eckert, anything else?
Yes. Now I'd like to go in and admit each of these documents, and I have them set in order. So the very first one, Exhibit 1, this is just showing all of the files that I have accrued. There's often 2 to 3 emails that she sends me a day. She started sending me harassing emails on the 6th of June, and she is still sending me emails as of yesterday. And so Exhibit 1 is just showing the frequency of her harassment from a bird's eye view.
And so when you get the email from her, tell me how this gets created.
Okay, so just so you guys know, April 8th, I will watch the Rachel versus Gingras debate. Like I said, I won't be here on April 1st because I will be in the good old state of Louisiana. So that's where we are going for spring break. Also, if you guys are members, I was thinking about vlogging the experience. I'll never put my kids online, but I was thinking about like vlogging the experience and talking to you guys while I'm down there. If you're interested in memberships, we have those too. And always I'm in and out of the Discord when I'm not online here.
Yes, so when she sends me emails, I screenshot them and then I place them into these files so that I have them for a record.
Okay. Any objections to Exhibit 1?
Yes, Your Honor. Again, I don't think that the frequency of emails is something that would indicate harassment without something more. If there's communication.
The frequency of the emails Doesn't, and I understand he's her lawyer, but the frequency of emails is not something that I would argue, because frequency and how many in the can absolutely go to harassment. Absolutely.
Back and forth between emails, then the frequency of how many times somebody sends an email, I might send 60 a day, but the frequency of emails between
what did you say?
May to now, and I don't know how many these are.
Did you get blocked? Because sometimes YouTube just blocks stuff. It's not on me. I don't have anything except for hate speech. I don't have anything that's like crazy blocked.
We don't see the emails in here. There's nothing to say that this, in fact, is harassment within the meaning of the statute. So for those reasons, I'm objecting to this being admitted.
All right. Over the objection, I'll admit Exhibit 1.
Thank you. Can I continue? Exhibit 2, a lot of these next exhibits are all going to be phone numbers that Laura has contacted me from. She has contacted me from 13 different phone numbers, and I finally stopped blocking the 13th one because I knew that she just would continue to create a Google Voice phone number. And so this first one, it says in the text message, it's Laura, please unblock my, and then she shows her number. That was her original number. And so I would like to admit these one by one to show, again, the many different times that she has continually contacted me after blocking her from different phone numbers.
Yeah.
So this is a text message from when? Do you know?
Unfortunately, I don't. It just says text message from today. Again, I was screenshotting these as I received them. I received these over the last 5 months. As far as what exact day, I'm not right now. I'm not aware, and I don't know if there's.
Can you approximate when this message came in, or you don't know?
To be honest with you, Your Honor, as far as when this one came in versus the other ones, I don't know. This one says, I have it down here as her block cell number 12, so this is probably one of her last ones that she had sent to me. And I would say that I think this one came through probably about a month ago, because since then she resorted back to sending me emails because she put a mail tracker on the messages. So she was able to see when I was reading them. But during this period of time, when she was sending these text messages, I was not opening her messages. And so she knew through her mail tracker that I wasn't reading them. So she decided to go about the Google Voice manner in order to get them to me, because she could see that I was not opening her emails.
Fuck them kids. I have to take care of these real kids that I actually had. I was just thinking, this is new information to me, right? I knew about the 13 phone numbers. I did not know about the mail tracker. Imagine if she used this get up and gusto at a real job. She'd be rich.
So you have this one, you believe is from one of the 12, at least one, the 12th message, that cell phone number that she was using.
Correct, yes. Each of these came from Laura, yes.
By the way, let's just, because I covered this in my Gingras video. But by the way, if she was this big at 20 weeks and she's feeling movement, this is not something that gets reabsorbed back into the body. She may be one-celled, but she is not an amoeba, sir. She's not just going to morph back into one.
Okay. Any objection to 2?
Yes, Your Honor. Again, Mr. Eckert must show that there is harassment. When I look at this text message, I don't see anything that is even related to harassment here. It's a text message indicating to him that they're having a boy and girl. She has an ultrasound to show. I just don't see anything in here that is even related to the petition itself that shows that this is harassment, that he was annoyed, alarmed, harassed in any way. This is simply a text message.
Well, part of his petition is that.
Yes, I have listened to part of it. I'm on episode 2.
The high volume of those, and that ultimately he can testify whether he was annoyed or harassed by these. So I'm going to admit Exhibit 2 over the objection.
Thank you. Again, Exhibit 3, just to make this, again, I want to be respectful of everyone's time here. This is, again, another cell phone that she had contacted me from, so I'd like to admit this one as well for the same reasons as Exhibit 2.
Your Honor, it sounds like there's going to be a number of different cell phone screenshots submitted to the court, and I just want to make record sure that I am objecting to all of these based on the same reasons I was objecting in Exhibit 2. So,
okay.
So I don't have to just repeat myself over and over again.
All right. And so,
hi, Toadette. She has 2 brain cells, and they are both fighting for 3rd place. I've watched a snippet of the body cam, but not the whole thing.
Exhibit 3 it has that similar language to police and block the original number. So you're telling me this came from Laura, but from another block number.
Correct.
All right, I'll admit 3 over the objection.
So she would text him or do whatever, and he would say, he would block her or stop, whatever. And he's saying that this doesn't exist. Sir, there's 13 phone numbers.
Thank you. 4, also sent from Laura. This one says that she couldn't get into Google Voice, had to make a new number. So again, this one just shows that she was in fact using Google Voice and creating more and more numbers in order to harass me. And yes, I did feel harassed because I did not want these messages. This one you can see I did respond to, and what I said is how I felt. I was asking for her to schedule the paternity test, which she continuously declined unless I were to date her exclusively. But for the purposes of this text message, it was another unwanted text message that she had sent my way.
So tell me a little bit more about the dating thing, what you're telling me when you say that.
Yes, so you can see this in this exhibit here. She said,
all right, body cam
read
footage.
This, I made you a pretty good offer. Meet up tonight to discuss the pregnancy and the possibility of dating. But regardless of the outcome, I will schedule a test with Radjen tomorrow. So her stipulation for taking a paternity test early on has always been that she would only do the test if I were to date her exclusively for 2 weeks. Then she dropped it to a week, and I did not agree to any of that. I simply just said, as it said in here, drop the dating stipulation, schedule the test, pay for the first part of it, then email me when you schedule it, and I will schedule my part. So I had continuously tried to figure this out, and she would not do the prenatal paternity test unless I were to date her.
And this Radjen is the?
Radjen is it is the facility that provided the test so that you can test for a prenatal paternity test for twins.
Okay. I'll admit 4 over the objection.
Just when I think that there can't be like more crazy stuff, you guys tell me more things. My guests are flabbered every time.
5, again, is another text message from her again saying that she doesn't know how to use this app. She's referencing Google Voice. She said, I'd like to meet, no strings attached. I did not want to meet with her. She's asked me to do multiple times. I do not feel safe meeting with her because I'm not sure what she would claim if we were to meet up. I don't have any reason to meet up with her. So this is another text message that she sent me that was unwanted and very harassing.
Thanks, Spanx. Oh, my God.
6, again.
Neither of them has kids? Good Lord.
Text message says she changed her number. I would like to admit this one as well for the same reasons as the previous messages.
Right, and this is another different number than previously used.
Yes, and then actually in this one I would even just like to highlight, she said she threatened to leak this to the media, which I will be admitting my evidence for that, but she threatened to go to the media, which she ended up doing. This text message just proves that she was, again, looking to defame me through basically whether we date.
I'm curious, and maybe because it's criminal charges, I am curious after all of this if he would ever, or if he had considered going after her for defamation of character.
Or leak this to the media. She threatened me to go to media with this text message, amongst other times she threatened me.
All right. I'll admit 6 over the objection.
7, similar thing again. She stated the time she would do it with no strings attached. I had then responded by saying I'll schedule a paternity test regardless. But she was asking for this agreement and that we needed to meet up for a good faith consultation. Again, I did not feel safe meeting up with her one-on-one. So I disagreed with this, but this is another text message that she decided to send from a different number. These are all, as I can just a reference, these are every single one of these, as you can see at the top, they're all different numbers. So these are all coming from a different number every time.
Was that 7 over the objection?
Oh, happy birthday, boo.
Text message, she just states that she was sending email to Radjen, and then she threatened, do you sure you want me to go to the public instead of meet up? So those were the options. Either we meet up or she goes public with the information.
I'll admit 8 over the objection.
9, another message that she didn't block. As you can see, she sent multiple messages before I decided to block her, and she was asking for a good faith consultation. Again, she was trying to meet up with me for what reason I can only speculate, but I did not feel comfortable doing so. And so this is another phone number.
I read that for my first video to get a lot of the information, but if you guys want me to read it on a live, I will absolutely do that. You guys are giving me I'll be here for the next 3 years. If you guys don't care, I don't care.
Blocking.
And can you elaborate on what it says I just made, what I think is a very enticing offer? What's happening?
So to be honest with you, I don't remember exactly what her offer was. She made multiple ones, but they all centered around a very similar, if we meet up and we try to date, it was 2 weeks, and it became 1 week, and it became just meet up for this tonight, this was a consultation. And she would make a lot of promises as far as once we do this, then I will go take the test. But again, I did not feel safe being with her one-on-one. I did ask actually to meet up with in the courts, or I said we could even meet up. At one point, I said a coffee shop with people around, and she declined that and said, no, we need to meet up in private. So I said no to that and blocked her again on this phone number.
I'd hold at 9 over the objection.
Again, 10, this is just another phone number. She mentions going dark on her, which is a reference to me not responding to her. Again, just to highlight that she has been consistently harassing me with me not responding to her for the large majority of these messages. The only time that I was often responding was to try to get a paternity test scheduled. Outside of that, I did not. I had little to no interaction with her. And so at this point, she references here, I will cancel the Radgen appointment. She had scheduled one, paid the $750 for it. But then in the past, that she had scheduled that she would end up canceling.
And this point is so interesting to me. She's a young, pretty, depending on who you ask, female who had a lot of different, what happened to my fucking pencil? A lot of different, what am I trying to say? Not privileges, but like, she had a heads up on everybody. Her parents are rich. Her dad's a celebrity. She's young. She's thin. She's, I can't see her as pretty anymore. If you would have shown me a picture of her before, I would have been like, yeah, she's a pretty girl. But she had so many opportunities to do so many good things. And then this is the choices that she made. And I find it very confusing. Why put so much effort into something like this? That's what I'll never understand.
So it was just a show on her side of things to state, yes, I'm trying to do this test, but when it came down to it, she always placed stipulations whenever I responded to her. So at this point, when she said I'd spend $750, I did not respond to this and block this phone number because I was not taking any of what she was saying seriously. Because every time I would ask, okay, let's do this, she would bring a stipulation on board.
Submit 10 over the objection.
11.
Yeah, I don't know much about her dad, but from what I've read about her mom, it is very interesting.
So again, similar thing. I think this was around the same time. She said she'll tell Radgen that we don't want the appointment next week. But I couldn't be more steadfast on the decision not to take it earlier than the stipulation. So again, the stipulation is the only way, as she says here. And then she says, anyway, I hate to go to the press, but that was your decision as well, and I respect it. And then she even says, she tries to talk about making an offer on property for real estate. So again, I don't understand why, as clearly there's no relationship here or any interest in me wanting to talk, but yet she was trying to have any type of discussion with me. But again, she says your stipulation is the only way to do the test, and so I end up blocking her again.
I think to start getting through, because there is so much footage, I think what I'll do is I'll have to start adding a live stream day. So I always go live on Wednesdays. I might have to start going live on another day during the week as well, just to try to get through some of this, because there's so much.
At 11 over 15.
12, again, this one, she said she wants to do the test. I then said, you want to do the test and the stipulations. She said, going to be forced by the court to meet up with me. So the second I found out that she, again, I asked, she'd do my stipulations. She
His
was happy to meet up with
response.
me. And then she says down here, I said, you're willing to meet up in a very public place. You will take the test afterwards. So no, it's with a week worth of stipulations and hopefully more. So again, she stated that after she said she wants to take the test, she then confirmed that she was not willing to take the test unless the stipulations were added.
12 over the objection.
13. Again, another message from Laura, different number. I asked her she'll meet up with the court, the mediator present. She said that's not how it goes. We can meet up just us, and I will withdraw the request for sanctions. And then again, she said, would you meet up in a public location? This thing was cut off.
Yeah, the reason that I do them now is all of my YouTube stuff is done while my kids are at school. And then when my kids come home, I have to be a mom sometimes. Sometimes I'm just a giant child. But, tomato, tomato.
Another text message. But she ended up disagreeing to, or not being willing to meet publicly. She said we had to meet privately, and so then I blocked her on this phone number as well.
13 over the objection.
Okay. How am I doing on time?
You have about 10 minutes.
That's okay.
Maybe 15 minutes.
I want to skip now. I want to make sure I get to the ones that I really want to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Exhibit 15. Laura sent me a very alarming message stating that she was going to kill herself if I do not remove it was a video that I posted to my Instagram. So Laura has claimed that my responses online were meant to defame her, but that is not the case. Laura decided to leak the story to the Sun originally, and she leaked it with her anonymously, so she did not place her name out there. But what she did do is she mentioned to them that we had an active court case. So that active court case, she is the one that brought that against me. In that court case, her name was on the court documents. So she ended up then bringing that, through the amount. Once this was leaked to the Sun, they submitted the story, and then it stated that within that document that there was an active court case with me. People then searched my name and found her name through that. So this email right here, she was basically threatening me to take down my video. In my video, I just stated that this individual was making these claims. I just made a statement of the facts that they were making these claims, and they opened a court case against me. And then from there, I do have a large following. I am a public figure. I was just a celebrity, I suppose. I don't like that word. But I have a large following, and then that audience, I cannot control what they do. But they then went and found that court case in the system and found her name and then started to talk about it.
Which is all public record. So had she not done anything that she did, nobody would have come for her. Sometimes our actions have consequences.
Online, and then Laura, I assume, was feeling the pressure from it being online and her name being out there.
Stop it, Brittany. It's the baby.
The baby is getting upset. Babies. Two babies. Two babies!
Have you looked into Gingeris's early 20s? No, but I wouldn't want anybody looking into my early 20s either, so.
She then sent me this alarming message, which again I felt was harassing, but to threaten to kill herself. I don't think anybody should ever receive a message such as that.
All right.
I'm going to continue to object for the same reasons that the other exhibits 2 through 11, actually 2 through 13, for the same reasons. I don't think that, again, this is showing that this is harassment by sending an email to him, asking him to take down posts or saying that maybe she is suicidal. And for those reasons, I'm requesting that this not be admitted into evidence.
Why?
All right. I'll admit 15 over the objection.
Thank you. Come back to that. I just want to make sure if I have some more time here.
Bruce, no. The babies are fighting over which one gets to stay here. They're fighting for their lives, Bruce.
I will jump ahead here just to Exhibit 23. So Laura has contacted multiple nonprofits that I work for in attempts to defame me and basically get them to not work with me. So in this email here, she sent this to the Arizona FTC. This was I just spoke actually at this Hope conference. I'm a mental health advocate. And so Laura began to blackmail me and reach out.
I mean, he has a clear case. He has an absolute clear case for defamation. And I don't know if it would matter now. I mean, she has nothing, right? Like, it's getting blood from a stone if she doesn't have any of the money. And whatever she has, criminal is going to subpoena it, and they're going to go after to see where she's hidden money. If she did hide money, I don't know. You can't hide money when it comes to criminal cases. They're going to find all of it. But he has a clear case for defamation.
So I'd like to admit this as evidence that, again, she was harassing me through reaching out to individuals close to me in attempts to defame me.
And how did you get this? It was sent to you as well?
She copied me on email.
Okay, and when was this sent?
This was sent on August 3rd, 2023.
Okay. Any objection?
Phoenix, shut up. She asks the judge that. Stop giving me spoilers.
This appears to be an email that Mr. Eckerd was either to or CC'd on that indicates Laura's reasoning for why she believed that he shouldn't be a speaker at this conference.
Welcome to the Thunder Womb!
Again, this isn't harassment, and it doesn't seem like it was directed toward him. It was directed, either he was CC'd in the email or the email was directed to the Hope conference in relation to whether he should be speaking at this based on what was going on and his credibility. I don't think this would be appropriate to be admitted in this case. This wasn't directed towards him for harassment purposes, and so this shouldn't be admitted.
Wait. It wasn't directed at you. Contacting my job to tell them that I shouldn't have an opportunity is not harassment?
All right, I'm going to admit 23 over the objection.
I would like to now go to Exhibit 26. This email was sent by Laura threatening to sue me, again, with the videos that I was posting in order to protect my own image. My image is how I make my money, and I make my money online, mental health advocate. Also, being a public figure, I have brand deals and such and companies that I work with. So everything that I've stated, I've never once mentioned her name in public. And then in this email, as I put other video to protect
fetal
my
attraction
own,
is diabolical.
Laura threatened to sue me with a massive lawsuit and stated she had an unlimited budget to sue me, which I felt was very harassing in nature.
Is this the same video that was the previous nature of the other email that she was asking to take down? Or is it
I believe this one was. To be honest with you, again, I put up a few messages or videos. I believe that was referencing that video, where again, I believe it was either that, but to be honest with you, I'm not sure if it was that one or if it was the one where I stated I had scheduled a prenatal paternity test and I was waiting for her to schedule her portion. I submitted I think I put 3 or 4 public statements online, and every time she had threatened me to take it down or face
She is just rubbing. She is rubbing a hole in that belly, you guys.
legal action.
Any objection to 26?
Yes, Your Honor, same thing that I've been objecting for this entire time. Again, I don't think that this email specifically shows that she was trying to harass him. I don't think that it's relevant to the petition, and for those reasons, I don't think this should be admitted.
I'll admit 26 over the objection.
Thank you. Anything else?
I mean, it's all if you're speaking about harassment, right? Any sort of communication, in my eyes, I mean, I'm not a judge, I'm not a lawyer, but if you're speaking about harassment, any and all communication would be relevant.
I guess I will go to Exhibit 19 now. This is, again, another email that I was copied on. Laura had sent this to my father. Sent a long email basically saying that I blocked her and that, hopefully he could get through to me and get me to end up talking with her. So I want to admit this just to show that she went to many various different avenues, friends and family, in order to bring light to this and put pressure on me to then interact with her.
Right. She emailed his parents and she even said, which is so funny, she's like, if you guys want to come to my OBGYN appointment or if either of Clayton's brothers want to come. Listen, the first night that I got married, we have a picture because it's 2 is a crowd, 3 is love. But my brother-in-law was supposed to stay with my father-in-law in the hotel room. And he got locked out because we were out partying and gambling until 6 a.m. So he came and stayed with us that night. So in my first night as a married woman, it was me and my husband and his brother, and we all slept in the same bed. Okay? I am not letting my brother-in-law come with me to a transvaginal ultrasound. I mean, maybe now. It's 11 years later. But then, no.
This isn't directed at Clayton, Your Honor. This is directed at his father. It's an email to his father.
To his father.
Mr. Eckerd's father is not indicated in this petition. He's not here today. I don't think that this should be admitted for those reasons.
Again, harassment, going around the people around you. There is no reason that she should ever email his parents or his father or his friends or his family.
It does appear that Mr. Eckerd was copied on the email as well, so I'm going to admit 19 over the objection.
Thank you. I'd like to look at
about 5 more minutes.
Okay, thank you. I'd like to look at Exhibit 16. This was an email sent to me from Laura, and basically in this is Exhibit 16 and 17. They came within the same email. She stated that this is the photo I'm going to use. It was a picture of 2 piece of clothing saying Eckerd twins coming February 2024. In this email, she said, "Surprised, I can't wait for the arrival of these 2 next Valentine's Day," which I don't know how she would know that she'd be due on February 14th. But she stated then that on a more serious note, their father said he wants nothing to do with the process. He's blocked me.
I think it's so funny. It is so funny that she picked the due date of Valentine's Day.
Tag him and let him know what you think. This was a threatening email where she was stating, if you want option A, and option A had to deal with dating her. She said, "I will not post this. I'm just looking for support during this incredibly overwhelming time."
And when was this sent?
I see that it says yesterday, 2:23. So I wish there was a timestamp, but I believe this was earlier. This was probably 3 months ago. It was towards the beginning. Again, this has been 5 months ongoing, but this is probably 3 months. And at this point, this is before she had not leaked the story to the Sun at this point.
Any other objection to 16 or 17?
Objections to both for the same reasons stated before, Your Honor.
All right. I'll admit 16 and 17.
Thank you.
Okay. I'll listen to it.
I'd like to focus on Exhibit 21. So this shows a process server that Ms. Owens hired to serve me papers when I went down to Miami to visit my cousin. She knew that I was down there, and she had researched women that I had interacted with or expressed interest with in the past, found that these 2 women lived in Miami. I didn't even know that Mrs. Jessica Draw even lived in Miami, but I did not go to see either of them. But she had a process server try to serve papers to both of those residents, which I felt was very harassing in nature, as these individuals I had been in contact with for quite some time. And I believe it was a display of power on Ms. Owens' part to, again, harass me and try to get other people involved.
Absolutely. And also to smear your reputation by having a process server go somewhere where other people are going to be there and you're not. Those are power plays, like when people try to have you served at work or in public places or at places you're going to be with your kid because they want to embarrass you.
And so I'd like to admit this because I felt that, again, it was very harassing in nature that I had a process server trying to serve papers to individuals that I expressed interest to in the past. It didn't seem necessary, as you could have just served the papers.
Yes. Back to the pregnancy calendar. Here we go. Where is it?
Yes, Your Honor. In almost any lawsuit, there needs to be service of process. That's how a lawsuit begins. That is for personal service. The court has jurisdiction over the person. Nobody likes to be served papers. I don't think that this shows any amount of harassment. This was the process server emailing Mr.
It absolutely shows harassment because it is not anywhere that he works. It is not anywhere that he lives. It is not anywhere that he, it's not his residence. That's absolutely. I mean, and I know this lawyer is doing his job, but absolutely.
My client isn't on this email.
All right, so I'm going to sustain the objection as to 21. I'm not going to admit that one.
All right. So if she was due on the 14th of, here, I'll bring this. If she was due on the 14th of February, because I put on the 14th of February, so her due date, February 14th, and we'll do 2026. But when was she due? 2023, we'll say. 2023. So baby conceived between the 25th and the 31st. She had hooked up with him on May 20th. And by June 1st, which is when she sent it to him, she would have had a positive pregnancy test. So now this is, what day is this? Let me see. What date is this? This is November 1st. So November 1st, she would have been at week 25. And November 2nd, she would have been at week 26. She would have been at week 25 and 26 weeks pregnant, because if she was 20 weeks, like she said earlier, then she would have been September 21st to September 22nd. So there's that. I'm going to keep the pregnancy calculator up. You guys have questions, you just let me know, you little lambs. This makes me so happy. I don't know why. It just makes me laugh.
I guess I can just admit this. The last one, Exhibit 35. This was sent on Friday of last week. I took a screenshot of it. This was after Ms. Owens filed a order of protection against me. And I've never threatened her. I have not ever threatened her, but yet she continued to contact me. So this was, I thought, again, she was asking to go to the sonogram appointment, and it would mean a lot to me if you would go.
Oh, wait, this is October 24th? It doesn't have, oh yeah, October 24th. Okay, sorry. Back to the pregnancy calendar. Where is it? Oh, why does this keep doing this? Okay, pregnancy calendar. Back to that makes October 24th, week 24. So as of right now in this, she is 24 weeks pregnant. So, I mean, we're still past the point that reabsorption happens. We're still past the point that you can have a miscarriage and it's not going to be a big deal. This is not a point that you get to where you have a miscarriage and just nothing shows up. So 2023. That's what I put in. February 14th of 2023. Oh, 2024. Okay. Let me put in the right date. All right. Sorry. So yeah, still a pregnancy test by June 1st, but what does that change? So October 24th, she's here. That's week 24. She's 24 weeks pregnant at this point, allegedly. All right.
I think all things hearings considered the fact that she still, I had no interest in wanting to meet up, and she was still sending me these messages after she placed an order of protection against me.
Ew.
I think it just more so shows that the reason she sent an order of protection, it would not make sense as to why she would want to meet up after that point. Again, this felt threatening because just another message that she continued to send. And I just didn't, I've been not wanting any of these emails to come over to me.
Any objections?
Yeah, Your Honor, same objections as before, but at the same time, this is outside the scope of even this petition.
And I do think we're restricted to kind of the petition since this was happened after the petition was filed. I will sustain an objection and not admit 35. Record, if there's any other testimony you want to give as well, just outside of exhibits that you want to let the court know, you can also provide other testimony.
Yes. Is this the time for me to ask a request from the court, or as far as what I don't have?
I'm not sure what that is, but you can.
Again, I guess I'll say this.
And you'll have a time to do a closing, but if you have additional evidence or anything else you want to present, just that's what I'm looking for you to do. But if you have a specific question, you can ask that as well.
Okay. I guess I just wanted to state, only this will be provided for my closing statement. I guess I don't have any questions at the moment.
Okay. And no other evidence you wanted to present?
For the sake of time, I know that I ran out. I could try to submit the rest of these, but I think I've ran out of time.
All right. Thank you. Any questions?
Yes, Your Honor. You were Laura's real estate agent, is that correct?
I was for a brief period of time, correct.
Okay. And that was earlier this year, is that correct?
Correct.
All right. And back in around May of 2023, you and Laura had become intimate, is that correct?
Correct.
And since then, Laura has made it known to you or has claimed that she's been pregnant, is that correct?
That's correct.
And you have, even until this day, you've refused to believe that Laura is pregnant, is that correct?
I would say that's not correct. I did question, yes, if she was, but I have tried to give her every possible option or ability to prove to me that she's pregnant. She's not allowed me to talk to any of her medical examiners that have administered the quote-unquote ultrasounds that she has done.
Okay, and she isn't required to give you her health information, is that correct?
If I know he's a lawyer, okay? So I'm going to try to say this and I know that he's doing his job. She is not required to give me any of her medical records. Fact. However, if she is putting me on a petition to establish paternity, if she wants to share time with these children, and if she wants child support, she is required to prove that I am the father. And she has failed to do so.
I personally would say that when she's claiming I'm the father, that the father of our alleged children should be able to have access to her medical records, especially when it's pertaining to pregnancy.
But it is true that at the beginning, back in maybe May or June, you did not believe that Laura was in fact pregnant. Is that correct?
Yes, I have questions. She's pregnant.
Okay,
correct.
I like how he answered that. Yes, I have questions if she's pregnant.
Exchange.
And also, fellas, I just want to put out a PSA. For any of the fellas out there that are single, I was having this conversation with my husband, okay? If a woman comes up to you and she says, I'm pregnant, and you don't believe her, you find yourself in this situation, the worst thing that you could possibly do to this narrative is comply and be excited about it, because that will make these people fall apart. The moment that you're like, oh my God, you're pregnant? Yes, let's do this. Take me to the doctor with you. I want to be a part of this. I want to have babies with you. I want to go to the ultrasound. I want to go to the doctor. I want to do this with you. I love you so much. That baby dies instantly. Bet, because they can't keep it up. So if you ever think that somebody's lying about pregnancy, don't pull back, because they have more power if you pull back. You just give in. Yes, you're pregnant. Yes. Show me the baby right now. I'm so excited to be a father, because that baby will never make it then. Bet.
Emails or text messages with Laura indicating that you did want her to get an abortion. Is that correct?
I had stated that if my preference was to not have children with her, but it was ultimately her choice, and I was not going to pressure her.
And those were communications that you had back and forth with Laura in text messages. Is that correct?
Yes, we had interacted via email early on.
Okay. But had you also interacted with her in text messages?
Yes, as I submitted notice to me, I did respond to her in the messages.
Now, you agreed to meet with Laura or have Laura come to your house to do a pregnancy test. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And Laura did come to your house to do, or go to your house to do a pregnancy test, correct?
Yes, she ended up doing one when she was there, yes.
Okay, and that test showed that she was in fact pregnant.
I believe it was a 4-hour class, Bernie.
had HCG in her blood, yes.
Okay. And when you all agreed to do that, you were communicating back and forth with Laura, correct? She didn't just show up at your house, correct? Correct.
Not his, but she did at Greg's.
You questioned then whether, not only whether she was actually pregnant, but then whether you were the father. Is that correct? That is correct. And Laura went out of her way to schedule various paternity tests to show that you were the father. Is that correct?
So that I would say she was claiming she scheduled them. She did schedule a few, but then whenever I did not agree to her stipulation, she canceled them.
Okay. So she scheduled a few. Is that correct?
I believe she did, yes.
Okay. And it was her that did the scheduling. Is that correct?
Until I scheduled one, yes, that she and I took recently, which came back little to no fetal DNA presence.
Okay. The communication between you and Laura for the scheduling, was that through email?
Yes, I think mostly was over email at that point, correct.
Some of it was through text messages. Is that correct?
The incessant rubbing, first and foremost, but the standing up and down and making sure that her stomach is in frame is insane to me. Oh my God.
I had asked for her to
Hi, Bill.
schedule them via text. Yes, I believe that. Yes, I mean, as you saw in the exhibits, I had asked her if she would do it without stipulations.
Okay. And so there was communication back and forth between you and Laura. Is that correct?
It's very limited overall considering the frequency of the messages she sent. But yes, at certain points, I was trying to work this out with her.
Okay. Now, the text messages and emails that you've provided to the court today, those are not all of the text messages from you, and of course, they're not all of the text messages from her. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And same thing with the emails. That's not all the emails from her. It's not all the emails from you. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay.
I'll not be able to submit.
I don't have a question.
Ooh. Ew. I don't like it.
Now, Laura, you at some point in time stopped responding to Laura, whether it be through text messages or emails. Is that correct?
Yes.
And this is also around the time when
I have to tell you, I don't think I've had 2 pregnancies, and I'm not sure I rubbed my belly this many times for both pregnancies than she has in this one video in 1 hour.
Laura was trying to schedule the paternity test. Is that correct?
I stopped responding, and then she started to state she wanted to schedule a test. Just as she was claiming she wanted to, but she would never, whenever it came down to me wanting to schedule it with no stipulations. So I stopped responding at a certain point when I realized that she would always keep adding the stipulations in. From that point forward, she was making claims she wanted to schedule them. It didn't mean anything. She had already proven that she had no interest in actually following through.
Was there a time that you're aware of that Laura hired an attorney to help schedule the paternity testing?
I had spoken with one of her attorneys at one point, and they had shown me the ultrasound that I had admitted here, and I asked for them to subpoena the records or to get the records from that ultrasound. She would not provide it, and then stated that I asked her if she would schedule without stipulations, and the lawyer told me she would not.
Okay. Laura paid for you to have or to do some sort of blood test to determine to do your part of the paternity testing. Is that correct?
As I referenced in my exhibits, she did make a payment, and then when I would not do it without the stipulations, she canceled.
She canceled or you canceled?
Canceled. Somebody canceled my portion. It was not me. It was I. They called in and tried to cancel my portion, in which case I found that out, and that's what led to me scheduling it and then going online to make a statement so everyone knew that I was trying to do this paternity test. I did not cancel it, though. Absolutely not. Somebody called in and canceled it for me because our names were under the same test.
You're stating that somebody canceled a paternity test on your behalf, and it wasn't you, and you didn't authorize that?
That is correct.
Now, you and Laura have an active family court case together. Is that correct?
That is correct.
And it was Laura that filed that case against you. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And this family court case is in regard to paternity. Is that correct?
In regards to a parenting plan, she filed for a parenting plan.
Okay.
The children I have not been
But also paternity,
and
because I'm not having a parenting plan with you if I'm not the father of these babies.
You're not represented by an attorney. Is that correct? In that family court case? That is correct. Okay. And is it your understanding that she, at least at the time, wasn't represented by an attorney in that case?
I understand the purpose of that question, but I don't. But I've spoken with lawyers. I believe that she filed in that case, though, as representing herself.
There's an odd amount of bestiality happening in my chat.
Okay. And the court ordered that you guys meet and confer. Is that correct?
For an early resolution conference virtually, but not to meet in person. That was never sent to me, although she claims that the court mandated that.
To resolve different issues prior to that conference. Is that correct?
The court did not mandate that. I never was told by the court. I was told to show up to an early resolution conference. She said that they were supposed to, if able to, and the court asked that individuals try to resolve all matters, but I had no interest in doing that because I did not trust her if we were to meet up one-on-one, what she would accuse me of.
Okay, but she emailed you or texted you in regard to trying to resolve those issues before showing up to the early resolution conference. Is that correct?
No, she's never tried to resolve anything, which is so funny to me because this all could have been resolved had she brought in a legitimate doctor.
Claim that we needed to meet up to discuss matters. What specifically I was not sure of.
Now, you have accused Laura.
You know what? Fuck it. Me too. Where are we here? Me too.
Multiple times of lying that she is pregnant. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And you've done that online. Is that correct?
I believe in the video, again, I never once mentioned her name. I believe I may have said I questioned whether or not she was pregnant.
Okay, so you insinuated that she was lying. Is that correct?
I believe she was
Wax on, wax off.
And the different media outlets that have you spoken to media outlets about this?
I early on provided statements to a couple of outlets to state that I did not believe that I was a father, and that I was hoping to do a prenatal paternity test in order to prove whether or not I in fact was.
Okay, and up until recently, you hadn't done a paternity test. Is that correct?
Yes, but that was because Ms. Owens was not willing to do one as I asked her to as far back as 4 months ago.
Okay, so you're blaming Ms. Owens for not doing a paternity test. Is that correct?
Correct.
Yeah. We're all blaming Laura Owens for not doing a paternity test. Read the room, Joshua.
And that's why you wouldn't do a paternity test. I could not do one because she would not do one. She would not do it unless I were to date her. That's her stipulation.
How is he supposed to do a paternity test if she won't give him access to the babies?
Now, you indicated that you spoke to the media about this, and they published those statements online. Is that correct?
There were a few outlets, yes, that published my response. Yes.
And the results of the paternity test are not resolved. Is that correct?
I was told that little to no fetal DNA was present on the first sample and that she needed to submit another sample.
So the results are not in yet. Is that correct?
Yes, I suppose that is correct.
No, the results are in, though. Little to no fetal DNA. That's a result, is it not? Has she ever met a pregnant person? I don't know. Her sister was pregnant at the same time, wasn't she? She moved the camera down right now. Shut up.
Because she would not do one. She would not do it unless I were to date her. That's her stipulations.
Now, you indicated that.
Oh my God! No! Shut your mouth. Hold on. Look at her. Watch the side. She goes in and she grabs the screen.
For not doing a paternity test. Is that correct?
Correct.
And that's why you wouldn't do a paternity test?
I could not do one because she would not do one. She would not do it unless I were to date her. That's her stipulations.
Now, you indicated that you
Good
spoke to the media about
Lord.
this, and they published those statements online. Is that correct?
There were a few outlets, yes, that published my response. Yes.
And the results.
What is she doing here? Adjusting the strap, perhaps? That's where my bra strap sits. Right here. I would assume that's where you'd put the top of the belly strap, right? I need to buy a moon. No, I don't. I have diastasis. I could just let my belly hang out. I'm going to start wearing crop tops these streams.
So the paternity tests are not resolved. Is that correct?
I was told that little to no fetal DNA was present on the first sample and that she needed to submit another sample.
So the results are not in yet. Is that correct?
Yes, I suppose that is correct.
I wish Clayton would have asked, what is the result then? Little to no fetal DNA. That is a result.
Now, you had indicated that Laura had blocked you several times. I apologize. You had indicated during your testimony that you had blocked Laura several times.
You're lying. You're lying. You're lying. Brittany! Brittany! Tell me you're lying. Pushing up. Hold on.
I apologize. Now, you had indicated that Laura had blocked you several times. Or, sorry, I apologize. You had indicated during your testimony that you had blocked Laura several times in various from various numbers. Is that correct? Yes. Okay. But you were in communication with Laura this entire time since May. Is that correct?
I would not say that's correct. I was not in communication the entire time. If I were to be able to show all the exhibits, I probably responded to maybe 5% of what she had sent to me.
Okay.
You know, if she just stopped moving around, she wouldn't have to move the belly.
I'd like to take a look at
right before this. Go back a little. Okay.
about this, and they published those statements online. Is that correct?
Let's see. Hold on.
There were a few outlets, yes, that published my response.
Ah!
Yes.
And the results of the paternity test are not resolved. Is that correct?
I was told that little to no fetal DNA was present on the first sample and that she needed to submit another sample.
There is a fart.
So the results
I've
are not
heard
in
it.
yet. Is that correct?
Yes, I suppose that is correct.
Now, you had indicated that Laura had blocked you several times. Or, sorry, I apologize. You had indicated during your testimony that you had blocked Laura several times in various from various numbers. Is that correct? Yes. Okay. But you were in communication with Laura this entire time.
It was the babies growling, is what it was.
Is that correct?
I would not say that's correct. I was not in communication the entire time. If I were to be able to show all the exhibits, I probably responded to maybe 5% of what she had sent to me.
Okay. I'd like to take a look at Exhibit 4. Plaintiff's Exhibit 4.
My
You had
God.
indicated that this was a text message from Laura to you. Is that correct? Yes. Okay. And you had responded to Laura in this
Yes,
particular
Britt, I am.
text message. Is that correct? Correct. Okay. Is that the same thing with Exhibit 12 and Exhibit 13? You had responded to Laura after she messaged you?
If there's a text bubble, as I'm trying to look here for the sake of the second time, if there's a text bubble, then I was the responder in those messages.
Okay. And in all of these text messages that you submitted to the court, did you ever, one time, tell Laura to stop texting you?
Multiple times I asked her to stop communicating with me.
Okay. I'm asking in the exhibits you submitted to the court and in your testimony, you have not one time ever said that Laura stop texting me or stop communicating with me, did you?
I'd have to look back at the exhibits that I directly submitted, but I've asked multiple times for her to cease communication.
Yeah, let me see.
I know you're asking for me specifically if I stated this in the text messages, but I can absolutely confirm I've asked her multiple times to stop responding to me. And I have evidence to prove that, maybe not on these text messages alone, but again, I have 500 exhibits I could have submitted.
And isn't it true that you indicated Laura threatened to go to the media regarding this, correct?
Yeah.
You had indicated that Laura had spoken to you via email or text message that she was willing to go to the media to discuss what was going on between you and her. Is that correct?
Yeah, she said she was going to go to the media, yes.
And didn't you email or text Laura indicating, go ahead, essentially, go ahead, you can talk to the media?
I believe I did state that at one point because my reasoning for that was because I knew she was trying to threaten me and scare me by going to the media, and I did not want to give her the
I'm turning
joy
the
or
gain
whatever you
up.
want to call it, of knowing that she was affecting me. So I just stated, sure, if you want to go to the media, go to the media, but I was not giving her permit. I guess
Is that
I wasn't
better?
agreeing to it. I just knew it was inevitable. She was threatening me.
So you consented to it?
I wouldn't say I consented to it. I wanted to resolve this privately, very, very early on, multiple times. And as I sent some of the exhibits show, I was trying to. She had threatened to go to the media multiple times, and at that point, after she had threatened me multiple times, I stated, "Go ahead," just simply because I knew that she was going to continue to threaten me, and she would.
Hold on, we have a push-up.
Sure, if you want to go to the media, go to the media, but I was not.
You know what? I should watch this again, and we should just like tally mark how many times she pushes it up.
Giving her permit. I guess I wasn't agreeing to it. I just knew it was inevitable. She was threatening me.
So you consented to it?
I wouldn't say I consented to it. I wanted to resolve this privately, very, very early on, multiple times. And as I sent some of the exhibits show, I was trying to. She had threatened to go to the media multiple times, and at that point, after she had threatened me multiple times, I stated, "Go ahead," just simply because I knew that she was going to continue to threaten me, and she would eventually go public.
No further questions.
And you have an opportunity to provide.
Oh, a little back further. Dang it. I'm missing the push-ups. I'm trying to watch chat and do sounds.
And isn't it true that you indicated Laura threatened to go to the
Oh, no.
And submitted.
Oh, not a side profile. Now she's like this way? This way? How about this way? How about this way? Oh, my God.
Isn't it true that you indicated Laura threatened to go to the media regarding this, correct? You had.
Why does she either put your face or your belly in here? It's just like sort of your boobs and your belly.
indicated that Laura had spoken to you via email or text message.
This is so bizarre.
That she was willing to go to the media to discuss what was going on between you and her. Is that correct?
Yeah, she said she was going to go to the media.
And didn't you email or text Laura indicating, go ahead? Essentially, go ahead, you can talk to the media.
I believe.
Girl, it's not. We all know this is not a good angle for the chin either. You never have a camera going this way. The fuck? This way, girl. This way. Ugh.
I did state that at one point because my reasoning for that.
The only thing I see about twins in this video is your chins, girl.
Because I knew she was trying to threaten me and scare me by going to the media, and I did not want to give her the joy or whatever you want to call it of knowing that she was affecting me. So I just stated, sure, if you want to go to the media, go to the media. But I was not giving her permit. I guess I wasn't agreeing to it. I just knew it was inevitable. She was threatening me.
So you consented to it?
I wouldn't say I consented to it. I wanted to resolve this privately, very, very early on, multiple times. And as I sent some of the exhibits show, I was trying to. She had threatened to go to the media multiple times.
Oh, I stopped during the push. Sorry.
After she threatened me multiple times, I stated, go ahead, just simply because I knew that she was going to continue to threaten me and she would eventually go public.
No further questions.
And you have an opportunity to provide rebuttal testimony if you want to, based on what he's asked you. If you have anything else you want to help clarify.
Yeah. Again, I think what he's trying or what he's attempting to show is that there was continuous communication throughout. And I believe, again, this is a matter of frequency, my messages versus hers. I was continuously trying to solve this matter. And the few times that I did reach out, I was trying to come to a conclusion. Again, had I actually been the father and the prenatal paternity test was done 4 months ago, I was willing to take the test back then and willing to then move forward from that point. But this individual, Ms. Owens, never had any interest in settling this matter. Again, as I had referenced in prior cases, this individual, I believe, again, this is just my.
The other thing is too, and again, this is the lawyer's job, but the one thing that I think about the most with this case is the fact that if the roles were reversed, right? If a man was coming on to a woman this much and we'd be like, well, you were still communicating with him, huh? And it's like, so this was consensual? No, it's coercion. And it's the fact that I was trying to keep things peaceful because I was in fear for my situation. And we don't allow that same I don't really know the word for it, but victimhood, I guess, for men like we do for women. If we were to see a woman in this position and it were to be a man just relentlessly texting her, we would understand the context of the fact that she was trying to play nice because she was in fear. But when it's to a man, it's like, oh, so you were talking with her consensually? And it's like, well, no, it wasn't consensually. It was because, she wouldn't stop. She kept claiming that she was pregnant, and I was trying to figure things out on my own, and I was fearful for my situation. It's ridiculous.
Opinion, but harasses individuals into dating her, and when they do not want to, then she starts to say that she's not willing to take a test, or at one point it was, I'll take Plan B or the abortion pills if you agree to date. So there's always stipulations around that. But the few times where I did respond to her, it was from me trying to get a prenatal paternity test on the books because I was wanting to be able.
What do you mean by that? A man would not be treated the way she has been treated growing up. With a silver spoon in her mouth? Is that? I'm just trying to get a better understanding because, like, as far as growing up, it seems like she is incredibly spoiled and has gotten everything that she's ever wanted, and now she's finding rejection, and that's where she's struggling. Whereas we've seen that with men who have grown up with getting anything that they've ever wanted, and they've never been held to a standard where their actions. Okay. So you and I are on the same page, but I just think that, there's a lot of men out there that we do see that take advantage of women and take women for granted. And they do put themselves in these positions where they are overbearing towards women because they've never really been told no. And they're always told that it's not their fault. And they've always been spoiled, and they've never had consequences to their own actions. So, I mean, I really do, I personally, we can agree to disagree. I think it could be flip-flopped. Absolutely. Because I think that if you had a man coming after a woman saying, if you don't do this, I'm going to do X, Y, and Z, these roles would be very reversed. As far as this would never have gone on as far as it has. And I think that's because she's a woman. Now, also, let me put this into perspective. As a person of color myself, if a black man was coming after Laura Owens, this wouldn't have lasted a week. This would not have lasted 1 week. I just, it's insane to me what she has been able to get away with through privilege alone.
Prove that I was not, in fact, the father. Through all of this, I just want to make this statement. Ms. Owens has not been able to prove that she is 5 months pregnant with twins. A positive HCG test, you can manipulate HCG levels. These sonograms don't auto-report with them either. And so no doctor has ever stood behind these tests and been willing to state that she is, in fact, pregnant with 5 months pregnant with twins. And so
No, Judge, right now.
No. I really want to hear what you have to say, but I think you and I are arguing the same point. I think you and I are pulling the same side of the rope here. But yeah, no, I don't think it would have gotten to this point if this were a man. I think if it were a man doing this, it would have been shut down immediately. Yeah, I agree with you.
Argument as opposed to testimony.
Go ahead.
So the whole thing for me is I've been trying to quash this. I've been trying to come to a solution. I never wanted this to be public. I never wanted this to get out there and be such a big deal, but this individual did and made sure that it got out. I would just, I would like the order of protection and injunction to harassment. I would like that because this individual is an aggressor, and if she will not continue to come after me, or she will continue to come after me unless I cut off communication. And so this is whether or not I responded, it's the sheer frequency of unwanted messages that she sent me. Tell
me what that is. Tell me what you believe is the number of messages you've received.
I believe in that document. I believe she has sent me at this point 400 to 500 emails.
I do not. I do not discriminate. In my opinion, a predator is a predator is a predator. I don't care if it's a man. I don't care if it's a woman. I don't care if it's an adult versus children. I don't give a shit what the context is. If you exhibit predatory behavior, you should get consequences, period. And I cover a lot of cases where women in particular get off a lot easier than men do. And it bothers me because then it allows shit like this where she can go on and be like, well, I'm just going to do this and essentially get away with it. She got away with it when she was able to get the DVRO against Michael Maricini. She was able to get away with it when she got, when she went through everything with Greg Gillespie. She was able to get away with it up until now. And she would not have been able, and that's what pisses me off so much about Michael Maricini, was he was the one who called the police first for harassment. And somehow she was able to get the DVRO. It's insane.
Probably.
That's over what period of time?
Over 5 months. And
is that including email and text messages, or?
Yes, email? She predominantly has sent me emails. And most of it was mostly email, not text message that she's been sending me.
The messages that you provided.
And with Michael Maricini, she's been going through this since 2016, and she has gotten away with this bullshit for 10 years. This would not be a man. Maybe one victim, but 3 that we know of?
As exhibits, a lot of them were text messages.
Yes.
And so the other messages that you were receiving, I think exhibit 1, not a big picture of all those, emails or whatever, but your testimony that primarily she's been communicating you with by email. And tell me more about the nature of the emails that she's been sending.
Yeah, so some of the exhibits I admitted today, these are just the ones that I felt, again, I wanted to know here for injunction harassment. So I was focusing on messages that pertain to harassment itself. But the rest of the messages, again, were very repetitive. I think a lot of this is encapsulated as far as what she was sending me. She would send me visual images to try to harass me. She noticed that when she sent visual images, I became emotional, and then she would send more messages on top of that to try to aggravate me. Again, I was not able to submit all of the emails because I would have submitted probably 500 to 600 exhibits. And so for the sake of time,
absolutely,
I chose.
Clayton did a service to whoever was coming next, because had him and his team allowed her to just drop this and disappear into the mist, there would have been another one. And the other thing is too, and I know that Laura likes to watch a lot of these things, and this would be something that I would say to her as a woman myself who has been in domestic violent situations. Okay. She is a woman who has claimed that she has been a victim of domestic violence. I do not know if that's true. Obviously, we know that she lies a lot, but if it is true, you understand what it is like to be a small woman against a man who is in a fit of rage. That is a very scary place to be. And the fact that she has been able to pick out 3 men and lived to tell about it, girl, consider yourself lucky, because you could have found the wrong man and you did this to them, and the outcome could have been very dangerous for you. And I just don't understand, as a woman, putting yourself into dangerous scenarios. These are not men that you know. You went on Tinder, you went on the League, you met him through LinkedIn. These are very dangerous scenarios for females. And to me, in my opinion, she got very lucky that all of these men were just like, leave me alone, because she could have found somebody just as toxic as her, and it could have been a very different outcome.
What I felt was specific to harassment itself. But I would say that, again, the first exhibit that I submitted, it just shows you with the folders the dates and how often she was sending me emails. And it was just every day, or every other day for 5 months. And I believe that this individual, again, her whole, she tries to overwhelm individuals through constantly messaging and trying to convince them of this reality that she has created. But again, as I will have to go to court tomorrow.
Yeah, that's a good point. These are good points. You know, the people arguing against me that they don't think she's ever been in that scenario, it is something that is very easily to be thrown around. Those are great points.
With the family court, she has not been able to prove she is 5 months pregnant with twins. And I continue to reiterate that because she has falsified medical records, I believe, and she's also lied under oath. And I believe these are criminal offenses, and I believe that this individual continues to do this in court, and that is why I've tried to draw parallels with the other cases, because she's done
another
this
good
multiple
point.
times, and I believe that she'll continue to do it. So I am trying to...
All right. Well, you know, as I retract my original statement, is even if she wasn't in those situations, right? Even if none of these, this is all made up. The fact that she was able to go 3 for 3 of ruining men's lives, and she happened to find 3 men who didn't retaliate against her, you know what? Just count your lucky stars, because there's a lot of women who do a lot less who do not come out unscathed.
For one, stop her from communicating with me.
Oh, Brittany, I'm waiting for it. I'm going to frame it, actually, and I'm going to put it right behind me. Don't you worry.
But I'm also trying to bring to light that this individual continues to do similar repeated patterns of behavior, and it has been extremely stressful. I have been very, very, very stressed out by receiving these constant influx of messages that could have all been solved had she just took a prenatal paternity test all the way back at the earliest time that we were able to do so. None of this.
Wait. What is she smiling at? She's having a fit. Look at her. What is she having a fit over? I'm not listening.
Also lied under oath, and I believe these are criminal offenses, and I believe that this individual...
Did you see her face? She's like, girl, did you just say what I think you just said?
With the family court, she has not been able to prove she is 5 months pregnant with twins. And I continue to reiterate that because she has falsified medical records, I believe, and she's also lied under oath. And I believe these are criminal offenses, and I believe that this individual continues to do this in court, and that is why I've tried to draw parallels with the other cases, because she's done this multiple times, and I believe that she'll continue to do it. So
look at her. She's about to take them nails and them earrings out, girl. She's like, oh, no, he did not. Oh, she's mad. Don't anger the babies, Laura. Don't anger the babies. Guys, we have 100 people in chat. Raise me up as your king, Julian. Welcome. You guys are the best. Now we have 92. I said that and they all left. Fuck.
I am trying to, for one, stop her from communicating with me, but I'm also trying to bring to light that this individual continues to do similar.
Look at her. Look at her. Oh, she's mad.
Repeated patterns of behavior, and it has been extremely stressful. I have been very, very, very stressed out by receiving these constant influx of messages that could have all been solved had she just took a prenatal paternity test all the way back at the earliest time that we were able to.
Look at her, and she's moving around like she's about to square up. She's like, oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Do so. None of this had to have happened. It didn't have to take it this far. But the point is, the point I'm making is she never actually wanted to take it until I went public and stated I signed up for a prenatal paternity test. Now she needs to schedule her part. I then placed that upon her to schedule her portion. And then, as people knew that she had to schedule it, she then scheduled. But the test came back little to no fetal DNA present, which would track with her not actually being 5 months pregnant with twins, because if she had twins, then there would be fetal DNA present. She claims that there was an issue with the sample. She then submitted another sample that got caught up in Tennessee or wherever. It didn't make its way there. I can give my own opinion on what I believe happened, and I believe the message may have been intercepted, but I do not know.
Jane's like, I could cut the umbilical cord myself, and I wouldn't believe it.
But I know that when she tests again, it's going to come back.
I will jump scare. Look at it. Hold on. I'm going to clip this real quick. Hold on. Weep. I'm going to make that my profile picture.
I do not believe at this point, I'm not technically questioning that she's not pregnant, because I do believe she may have gotten pregnant to corroborate her story, but I 1,000% she does not believe that she's not 5 months pregnant with my twins. And that ultrasound that I have, she would not call the facility when I met with the mediator at the early resolution conference. She would not get on the phone and make a phone call to just state, did I in fact come to this facility? Because I believe she never.
Look at her. Oh!
How dare you, Clayton?
Went to that facility and has a falsified medical record.
All right.
Oh, wait. Oh, shit. Hold on.
Hello. Okay, hold on. Wait. I want this one.
She never went to that facility and has a falsified medical record.
All right.
Now I have two. Oh, man. This is great. I'm going to make these so somehow we can put them up like while I'm live streaming. It's going to be great.
All right. Anything, Mr. Lopez, do you want to present some testimony?
Yes, Your Honor. Before I present, how are we on time?
Fairly short.
How much time do we get?
I would say 20 minutes.
And also, if she's like, Judge, can I show him that I'm pregnant? Show him all you want. Show him the inside of your birth canal for all I fucking care. You can still not prove that they are his twins.
Could you please remind me when we're at 5 minutes? I appreciate it.
We have those already. I know. I should just ask.
Laura, how did you first meet Clayton?
He was my realtor. I contacted his agency because they specialize in creative finance, and then I got connected with Clayton.
No. Lie. You reached out to him on LinkedIn. You went after him. Okay, we'll go again. I'll just keep. Okay.
And I made. I'm sorry. Go on.
Did you become intimate with Clayton at some point?
Yes, I did.
And was it Clayton that, I guess, made you pregnant? Or is it the two of you that created these unborn children?
Yes, there's absolutely no possibility at all they are anybody else's. There's no.
Okay, that's great. Prove it. Prove it. That's great. Yes, we're watching old content. I'm new to this, though. I'm new to this.
No chance.
And you're testifying under oath today, is that right?
Yep.
Let you know, Campbell. I will make a t-shirt and put it in my merch store with the cease and desist on it. Bet your ass. Don't even think, if I get a cease and desist or if I get any conversation from Laura Owens or David Gingras, you better believe not only am I making it into merch, it's going framed on my wall. Free speech, bitch.
Absolutely.
Oh, wait. Anyways, absolutely 100%. How can you say that if you don't know? You cannot say that these are his twins if you have no proof. You can't just say things in court and be like, my sources trust me, bro. Oh, my God. I wish the judge was like, what? I wish that would be Clayton. What verifiable evidence do you have to prove that I am the father?
I did.
And was it Clayton that, I guess, made you pregnant? Or is it the two of you that created these unborn children?
Yes, there's absolutely no possibility at all they are anybody else's. There's no chance.
And you're testifying under oath today, is that right?
Yes, absolutely.
Under penalty of perjury.
Yes.
Now, when did you find out that you were pregnant?
On June 1st, I found out.
Okay. And did you ever let Clayton know?
Yes, I let Clayton know on June 1st that I was pregnant.
How did you let him know?
Well, I had gone to urgent care to get the pregnancy confirmed because I figured he wouldn't believe me. And then afterwards, I sent him a text telling him that I was pregnant.
And how did he react?
True. Good point.
He said that if he was found to be the father, that one of us would get 100% custody. He wouldn't do joint custody. He told me, or it will be put up for adoption, was what he said initially. And then he said that he might even move out of state with the children. And so I think it's understandable that I would be panicky about, what exactly he wanted done and why I was so into getting a parenting plan before they're born.
Okay.
You still have to prove paternity. That's a good point. Who goes to urgent care for pregnancy tests? I've never met somebody with so much money who doesn't have a regular doctor.
Okay, now let me just stop. This communication that you were having with Clayton, how was that communication? Through text, emails? How were you communicating with him?
Mainly through text.
And was he texting you back?
Yes, he was texting me back through about June 20th.
And prior to you becoming pregnant, was it your understanding that Clayton wanted to have a family?
Yes, it was.
Okay.
Not with
doing
you.
The things that you could do.
Not with you. He could want a family. He could also want a fucking hippopotamus. It doesn't mean that he wants it with you.
About the pregnancy and what was happening with it.
Yes, I was.
Okay. What were those things that you were doing to inform Clayton?
Well, I invited.
But here's the thing about the being high risk, and I've been thinking about this too. Your PCP would be seeing you more often. Yeah. However, she was at a clinic that accepted people who were high risk. My question is, who referred her there? Because you can't just go to specialists, like these credible specialists, without a referral. Where's the referral?
Clayton and his family to my first sonogram with, he can't deny that I wasn't pregnant. I got into a specialist,
welcome to the cult,
because I have epilepsy. And that was my first appointment. I know we have that in evidence as well, that he was invited. I even told his family if they wanted to come that I would change the date for them.
Well, she did claim that she took an at-home test and then she went to urgent care to make sure that it was that.
And what month are we talking about here? What months are we in when you're talking about these different things, the communication between you and Clayton?
No, I'm sorry, Joshua. The correct question is, what planet are we on when we're talking about this? Which galaxy are we in when Laura Owens is speaking?
Because that's when I found out I was pregnant with twins. But in June, that was when I went over to Clayton's house and took the pregnancy test in front of him.
And what month are we talking about here? What months are we in when you're talking about these different things, the communication between you and Clayton?
July, because that's when I found out I was pregnant with twins. But in June.
July, she found out. Where's the pregnancy calculator? July, she found out she was pregnant with twins. Oh, yeah. All right. Yeah. Also, yeah, I wonder, God, I'm praying we get a criminal case because that would be amazing. I really hope she doesn't take the plea deal. But I want to know why she never saw a consistent OBGYN. What was the reasoning behind that?
That was when I went over to Clayton's house and took the pregnancy test in front of him.
Now,
this is also such a great point. I didn't even think about that. But she doesn't even have regard for babies which don't exist. When she loses them, she doesn't even care a tiny bit at 5 months or at any months. Right. She never talks about how devastated she was. She texted some online place about if she was having a miscarriage. She has a fetal sac. There's no sort of grieving. There's no sort of emotional response or visceral response to this happening. What a great point.
Time when you first informed Clayton, was it clear to you whether Clayton believed that you were pregnant or did he not believe you, or what was that conversation?
Well, don't state the obvious. It's less fun that way.
What he wrote initially was basically that he believed it, and because that's why he got into the custody stuff. But really, throughout this whole thing, I would say the theme has definitely been that he doesn't believe I'm pregnant, and I believe that's because he just doesn't want to take responsibility.
Okay. Now, you indicated there was a time that you went to his house. What was that in regard to?
I went to his house because he invited me over on, I believe it was June 17th. He invited me over saying he wanted to talk, and I agreed to go over to his house. And once I got there, I told him I would love to order a pregnancy test, and he said he already had one. So then I took the pregnancy test in front of him. I peed on the stick in front of him. It showed up positive pretty much right away, and he just threw away the stick and said he didn't need to see more. And then we talked about what would happen for us down the line, and he said he would, consider figuring out dating or whatever, because I don't think it's unreasonable to want to see if things can work with the father of your, what I now know as kids.
And let me just stop you. Now, were Clayton's intentions
with the father of what I now know as kids? I'm going to slow this down for a second, because what the hell did she just say? Hold on.
What would happen for us down the line, and he said he would, consider figuring out dating or whatever, because I don't think it's unreasonable to want to see if things can work with the father of your, what I now know as kids.
What I now know as kids? What the fuck? What were they before? Oh, meaning twins, not just one. Okay. Sorry. I'm so deep in fake babies, I lost the plot. Okay.
And let me just stop you. Now, were Clayton's intentions regarding the pregnancy and the unborn children ever clear at any point as far as what he wanted to do?
No.
Okay.
No,
so there was one.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was. It was pretty clear that he did not want to have children with you.
And when we say over, so is this over weeks or even months that we're talking?
Yes. Okay. Over months.
Okay. So was there a point when he wanted you to have an abortion?
Yes, there was.
Was there a point where he wanted to give the kids away for adoption?
Yes, there was, and all of that's in text messages.
Okay. Was there a point where you said that if you had an abortion, or that you would have an abortion if he dated you? Yes, there was.
Was there a point where then he didn't want anything to do with the kids and you have sole custody?
Yes.
Okay. And these are communications that you're having with Mr. Eckerd.
Hey, this is not nice. Plural genius. Yeah, she said it weird. That's why I didn't understand it. I get it. I'm just trying to keep up with her lies.
Through text messages?
Yeah, those were through text.
What about emails?
Email started later on, after we had the day after we had the conversation where I went to his house and took the pregnancy test. He and I were having a good conversation. Like, he messaged me in the morning. He said he wanted to be intimate that weekend, which I also have that text. And then an hour later, without me responding, he said God told him that we were not meant to be together, and he took that back. And then he blocked me, and I've pretty much been blocked since then.
Okay, so you would admit that you knew that Clayton had blocked you at some point. Is that right?
Yes, via text. Yes, I did.
Okay.
And he
but then would there be?
That's what I want to say is he told me to email him.
Okay, but were there times that even after he blocked you, he would then communicate with you through text?
Yes, he blocked and unblocked.
So sometimes he would block you, but then he would unblock you?
Yes, and I think if you go to Exhibit 1, you can see some of the text messages that he sent to me.
Okay, let's take a look at Defense Exhibit 1, Your Honor, if I may. What is Exhibit 1, Your
Okay, well, it's not Exhibit 1, because obviously we have all of the things together. So you need to refer to the exhibit as it is on the exhibit worksheet, which I'm assuming the first defense exhibit I have is 40.
Okay, Defense Exhibit 40.
I was only given 37, 38, 39. I don't see any other exhibits.
Titled Clayton, cruel and threatening text to me.
Your Honor, those exhibits that we had uploaded to the court.
The fact that she can state cruel and threatening text to him like she hadn't sent him essentially blackmail is insane.
Did they provide it to Mr. Eckerd?
I gave them to him on a flash drive right before the hearing.
Okay.
I did upload them, and it said it was successful, and that was on Friday or Thursday.
Okay, Ms. Owens, thank you. The court has the exhibits. My issue is that Mr. Eckerd doesn't have the exhibit. So I guess, Ms. Owens,
I could show them on my computer, Your Honor.
How we believe that he would be able to view those.
Well, I have them on my computer, Your Honor. I gave him a USB with the exhibits on it prior to this hearing.
Okay. I mean, prior to the hearing, like when you came into court today.
Yeah, I gave him the exhibits on a thumb drive. We had submitted the exhibits as the court wanted. I gave them to him electronically on a thumb drive, and I have them on my computer. I don't have them printed out.
Well, I guess I'm not sure how we're going to.
I have them right here on my computer. I will know.
Yeah, but that's not the point. The point is, if you have them, he was supposed to have them in. You're supposed to give opposing party everything that you have before you walk into the courtroom.
I mean, I understand, but you're just going to show him them on your computer while you're talking about them? Is that what you're trying to do?
I'll let him access them with my computer. Yeah.
Okay.
They're all in order. If you're saying it's Exhibit 40, then I guess we'll start there.
Okay, Mr. Ecker?
I was just going to say, I mean, yeah, you gave me a thumb drive 20 minutes before we started this case, so I don't have my laptop with me.
Yeah, no, and that's not even allowed because Eckert is supposed to have time to be able to review what they are putting into the Jesus Christ. I'm not even a lawyer.
Until today. I don't understand how, then I don't have any of it, so how can we bring it to light when it was never sent to me until 20 minutes before the case? And I don't have a computer to plug the flash drive into.
Your Honor, and if I may, there are no disclosure requirements in these types of cases. The rules of protective order procedure, injunction against harassment, there are no disclosure requirements. Despite that, again, I gave him a flash drive before court today. I have the exhibits on my computer.
If there's no disclosure requirements, then why are you even giving him the flash drive before? Why even give it to him?
He has access to them.
Okay. Well, the logistics of that seem extremely difficult to me.
And also, not only is he supposed to have time to look over these files, but he's also supposed to have time to do his own investigation to be able to verify if what you're giving him is factual. These are the rules of discovery. Guys, I want you to know, also in my own time, I have a criminal justice book. I'll put it in the community post, but I've been doing a lot of studying lately. It's great. I love law so much. God. Exactly. Rules? What are those?
We're at 4:30 already, so we're already an hour and a half into the hearing. And so if we're starting to look at exhibits on your computer while you're trying to ask questions of her about them, I find that's going to be a bit of a difficult issue that I'm having with us trying to logistically all do that.
It's just a per, not a jury.
What does the court propose?
I mean,
again, I can show on my computer. The exhibits are here. I have them in
No,
order.
I don't want to see them on your computer. I want to go through them on my own. I want to have time to read through them.
I mean, I almost think we need to reset for another, half hour of hearing where you can provide the exhibits, or he can have an opportunity to review the ones that you've provided on your flash drive, and then we can discuss them as we're trying to admit those.
I mean, we could do that, Your Honor, but then I'd like to proceed with the rest of the case, so just to use up this time, and then we could do that at another time if we need to.
I mean, that's fine. I'm just saying I think that exhibit issue, we need to try to resolve that. But if you have additional questions you want to ask her, that's fine.
Okay. So was there a conversation between you? Clayton was responding back to text messages that you had with him, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And same thing with emails during this time?
Yes, yeah. It wasn't like he stopped responding. And I also do have on mail track that Clayton opened every single one of the emails. I know he said he didn't, but I have proof he opened every one.
Okay. And the different exhibits that Clayton had admitted into evidence during his case, those were not the full text message conversations or emails between you and Clayton, is that right?
Yes, that's right.
Okay. He was, in fact, texting you back and emailing you back.
Yes, that's correct.
And during the entire 5 months, or since I believe it's May that's indicated in the petition, has there been one time that Clayton has told you, please stop texting me, please stop emailing me, or something along those lines?
No.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say, isn't there a text somewhere where he's like, leave me alone?
In fact, you had asked Clayton whether it was okay if you went to the media regarding this. Is that right?
Correct.
And what did he say?
He said, if you can tell, I'm completely unbothered by it. And I went to the media the next day. And I never wanted to go to the media. I just wanted to make a parenting plan.
Then why didn't you just make the parenting plan?
Okay. Was there a time that you had to hire an attorney?
Yes.
And what was that in regard to?
I thought it would be easier for the two of us to communicate to try to get that parenting plan with an attorney and for us to avoid having to go to court.
Okay. Was there a time that you tried to do paternity testing with Clayton?
Yes, absolutely. Clayton was very unresponsive to that. And I paid $750 in August to have the testing. I asked him to email the lab to schedule his time because I already had a time scheduled. And he never emailed the lab. So that's why it was canceled. He had, more than a week to email the lab to tell them a date and time. And he didn't do that.
How many times did you schedule paternity testing?
I paid for it once, but I was in communication with the lab, RapGen, which is the lab that Clayton chose, about scheduling countless times.
Okay. And did he ever do any paternity testing, or did you do any paternity testing?
Not.
Also, if you send me emails and I open them and I read them about you being pregnant, okay. Like, if somebody sends me a text message and I open it and I read it and you're like, well, you knew. Okay, so we know you're pregnant, in quotations, okay? There's still no factual evidence providing the fact that Clayton is the father. Good God.
Not until recently.
Okay. And during this, you and Clayton were texting or emailing back and forth regarding scheduling of the paternity testing?
Yes, exactly. Exactly. And I didn't actually have to provide prenatal paternity testing by the court. I was doing it for Clayton's sake. I could have waited until they're born.
Okay. And was that the main form of communication between you and Clayton?
100%.
Also, I don't understand if you can, you know what, I'm going to Google that right now. If you can actually establish paternity before babies are born in like a parenting plan, because you have to provide paternity. If I were Clayton, I would have been like, you know what, go on with this paternity plan, and then when you have the babies, we'll provide paternity. I understand why he did it earlier, and I'm glad that he did, but at the same time, like, you can't tie somebody to a legal obligation if you don't know that they are the father or not.
Then everything was about paternity and pregnancy. That was it.
But was it through email and text messages?
Correct.
That's how the two of you decided to communicate?
What was that?
That's how the two of you decided to communicate?
Yes, was primarily through email.
You said something, except for something.
Oh, except for in June when we met up. Other than that, it was just by texting and emailing.
All right. And it came to a point where Clayton wasn't agreeing to, or he didn't want to create a family plan. Was that your understanding?
Yes, that was.
And what did you want from Clayton?
I wanted to create a parenting plan because I was so unsure about, since he'd given me so many different options for what was going to happen. I really wanted it nailed down before I give birth as to what custody was going to be. And I wanted to see if there would be a possibility for us to do joint custody, not to be dating, but just because I think that would be the best thing for the kids to not have.
I got to tell you guys, I've never worked this hard for anything in my life. I honestly, I wish I was this passionate about something. I don't.
100%, or just 100%. I'm sorry.
Okay. And that wasn't possible to do prior to hiring an attorney and then eventually filing a family law court case. Is that right?
Yes, that's right.
But you tried to make that happen. Is that right?
That's right. Yes. That was the
and
point.
That was the point of the communication via text message and emails. Is that right?
That was entirely the point.
Okay. When did you file the family law case?
I believe it was August 1st.
And was there a point in time that you had to meet up with Clayton because of that case?
August 1st. Hold on. Where's my parenting chart? Hold on. August 1st would put us at week 12. She was 12 weeks pregnant when she filed the family case. Damn.
Yes.
And what did you need to do before that hearing?
Well, there were two things. I filed a motion where we were supposed to have a good faith consultation, and Clayton just didn't get back to me about that. And then we were supposed to get together before the early resolution conference to see if we could resolve the issues or resolve some of the issues without having to involve the court, I guess.
Is that, and when you received that information from the court regarding those things you needed to do before court, was it your understanding that you were supposed to meet up physically?
Yes, it absolutely was. It specifically said meet up, and he got the same information that I did.
Okay, so you were trying to meet up with him physically due to what the court had ordered.
Correct.
And you communicated that through text messages. And
you know, this is a very interesting point as a woman who claims that she doesn't get her periods. Usually a woman would take a pregnancy test because they've missed it. So she would have had to know with certainty that June 1st could have been the first day that she could have shown up with a pregnancy test, because why else would she have taken a pregnancy test? Which I fear her and I are looking at this same pregnancy calculator, because between June 1st and June 7th, June 1st would have been the very first day. Interesting.
emails.
Correct.
Okay. Now, did that meeting ever happen?
No, it did not.
Okay. Who was trying to make it happen?
I was the whole time.
Now, did you know what the penalty would be if you didn't meet up?
I was just going to say that I did not know what the penalty would be if we didn't meet up, and I didn't want to face any penalties or get in trouble with the court when I was trying to abide by the rules. Yeah, that was all I was trying to do.
And the
Yeah?
family court
You're just trying to abide by the rules? Perjurer.
case between you and Clayton, that's still active, right?
Correct.
Yeah, but that's interesting. Can you, I'm not somebody who's ever dealt with irregular periods, but from what I know from my friends who have had irregular periods, it has been very hard to get pregnant because ovulation usually goes hand in hand inside of your cycle with your period. So how is it that you're tracking ovulation when you can't track your period? That's a question that I want answered right now. Let's go to Google.
Are both unrepresented, is that right?
Yeah, correct.
So you're forced to communicate with him regarding some of these issues at least, is that right?
Yes, absolutely.
Scheduling and meet and confer, things like that?
Yeah.
Now, there was a paternity test that was done, is that right?
Correct.
Okay, can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, so I took the paternity test on, I don't know, it was earlier this month, I believe.
All right, so I found this, and this is from the American Pregnancy Association. So even though your cycle is irregular, it's good to track it on a calendar for a few reasons. For some, you may notice clues that give you a pattern. Tracking ovulation. Some people find it cumbersome to manually track ovulation with irregular periods. Ovulation predictor kits and fertility monitors are tools that do the tracking for you. Unfortunately, with irregular periods, particularly those that are longer, you will probably have to do more testing month to month. And if I were a lawyer, I would take this article and I would find an expert, and this would prove my point that she sought him out because he was the bachelor, and she claims that she wasn't trying to get pregnant. She wasn't trying to trap him, but you have irregular periods, so now you're tracking your ovulation? Okay.
And it came back within the sample, there was little to no fetal DNA, which I was told specifically by the guy who heads this lab that the testing was ongoing, but that was not a conclusive test, and that he needed to have me do a retest. But after that, I said, is Clayton aware of this, that the testing results are not final? And he said, yes. And I do have that as an exhibit of him on the phone telling me that. But despite that, Clayton went public and said, we also have that exhibit as well, where Clayton boisterously said that there was little to no fetal DNA and I wasn't pregnant, which incited a tremendous amount of harassment towards me. And then after this,
again, that's not Clayton's fault.
Let me stop you really quick.
Oh, sorry.
Stop you really quick. Now, during the paternity testing, did you have to communicate back and forth with Clayton regarding results or what was going on?
I tried to, and he would not respond to me about it.
And is that when he went online?
What was that?
And is that when he went online to indicate what the results were?
Yes. Yeah, and that's what.
There were no results?
Yeah, there were no results. Testing was ongoing.
Is it still ongoing?
Yes, it is still ongoing. They just needed a sample that wasn't so diluted, and so they asked me to come back. I took a test a couple weeks ago. I think it's crazy that Clayton's acting like I somehow intercepted that sample in Tennessee. It ended up, I guess, getting stuck in Tennessee. And
I think this is a case of a woman who is so used to getting her way that, yeah, she would have thought that they just, in my opinion, that they would have just dated her and then she would have gotten pregnant and then everything would have been fine. Because she's just used to getting everything that she wants to get. I think these are situations where she's dealt with rejection in real time and she doesn't know how to handle that. Which is why teaching your kids how to lose is very important.
Getting delivered in 2 days instead of one to the lab, which meant the sample was no good. And then I went today and I gave blood again. But that's my third time giving blood. It's not my fault, at all.
Now, aside from texting or emailing Clayton regarding the pregnancy, the paternity test, this family court case, was there anything else that you had emailed or texted Clayton?
Not a single thing, and he knows that as well.
What about the post online?
Well, that was related to the paternity. I did message him after asking him to take that off when I started getting people telling me to kill myself, and people were posting terrible reviews on my podcast.
What does that have to do with Clayton? Because if I was a lawyer or if I was asking this for myself, right? If people are coming and harassing you, what does that have to do with me? I didn't send them there. I didn't ask them to do that. I don't condone this behavior. But I cannot control another individual who does something like that. That has nothing to do with me.
getting horrible messages on my Instagram. I had to deactivate that. And I begged him, please take this down. The results are not back. Here's Brett from RavGen explaining that you know that the test results aren't back. You can't be posting this kind of stuff and inciting harassment against me.
And is that because your understanding Clayton's fans or Clayton's followers were harassing you online?
Yes, and they were naming me in his comments and giving my my handle out, my Instagram handle out.
Okay, and?
And those were because of Clayton's posts?
Entirely because of Clayton's post. And then on Reddit, I mean, I can't even go into the what people have said about me on Reddit as a result of his post, which I mean, I'm clearly pregnant, and I will do anything to prove the paternity. And so it's just all of this information that he's put out there that's false has been so upsetting to me.
But you had reached out to Clayton regarding those posts and asked him to take it down after you were receiving these harassing emails or messages online?
Correct.
Okay. Now, was there a time that you had reached out to...
Oh, my God, I only have like 20 minutes before I got to go. Goddamn.
Somebody who Clayton was going to speak, somewhere where he was going to speak?
Yes, I did.
And what was that?
5 minutes.
And what was that?
I contacted them because I was feeling suicidal as a result of Clayton's actions towards me. And I'm sure, I'm hormonal because of the pregnancy and not knowing, what the plan is going to be going forward. But I felt that it's strongly in my heart. This was not to harass Clayton. I just felt that if Clayton was the kind of person who would not respond to me knowing I was pregnant with his kids, then there's no way Clayton would respond to somebody else who reached out to him saying they were in need and that they were suicidal.
Girl. Pop off, queen. I love this. This is great. I love the details in these lies. Let me decode this for you. Clayton wasn't giving me what he wanted, so I decided that I would punish him.
Okay, let me just stop you. We have about 3 minutes.
Okay.
So Clayton had brought up instances of other cases that you're involved with other individuals. Is the current case that you're involved with Clayton with similar to any of the other cases that he's brought up in his exhibit?
No.
Okay. And that's an ongoing case, is that right?
Correct. It's been going on for 2 years, and that attorney dropped out of the case. There was never an ultrasound presented to him. I was too early on, but it was the pregnancy was proven to him by a nurse practitioner, by tons of medical results. I can prove that all day long.
Now,
Really?
The communication that you had with Clayton, were you ever trying to threaten him or harass him or annoy him in any way?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I mean, I would think he would want a parenting plan as well.
You are under oath, girl.
Okay. Your intent during this time was essentially to get the parenting plan then and get this all figured out before the unborn children are born.
Yes, because I'm panicked about having twins and not knowing if he's even going to, he specifically put on that he didn't want to even be on the birth certificate and didn't want to give them his last name. So.
Okay. No further questions, John.
She wanted to be a public figure. Here you go.
All right. So I'll go ahead and stop here, and then we'll pick up because you may have some questions still for her about the exhibits. If we're going to pick up again, I'm assuming that there may be some exhibits that you want to.
Oh, yeah. We're not going to know for the question. I just meant.
Yeah, for now. Yeah, no, I understood. That's why. So we're going to take a break now, and then, Mr. Eckert, you have the exhibits now in your possession. Is that correct? Obviously not.
Flash drives.
So you have the flash drive, so you can do that to see the exhibits, correct?
Yes. Are we going to do this today? I would like to come to a conclusion today as far as how we're going to proceed.
Well, I don't think that we're going to be able to finish it today because we're already at our time, past our time really, for doing the trial, and we haven't done their exhibits yet. And so I want to give them an opportunity to do their exhibits, and then, but I can try to find another date to see if we can come back and finish up the hearing.
Do I have the ability to ask questions to her?
You will once she gets done with her testimony. So I'm going to give them still time to do some of their exhibits and questions, but then you'll be able to cross-examine her.
Okay. Great. Is there a way to request for her to cease conversation via all avenues until this next hearing? There's a legal method for that. I would just ask or make a request that she stop sending messages. I don't think that is I don't think it's worthwhile. It's not necessary considering we're under in a court case. I don't know if I can request that, but I would like to request that so that we can avoid having conversations outside the court anyways.
Well, Your Honor, they have an active family court case right now, and
yeah, which is fine. She doesn't need to message him. She has a lawyer, and he has. She can speak to he can speak to her attorney.
Type of hearing specifically is, or what Mr. Eckert is.
Oh, side profile, hair flip.
Asking for. That's why we're doing this hearing. And I don't think the court can order that my client not she would, but I'm just indicating that I don't think that this court can order her not to have any contact with them at this point. They have a family law case together. We actually have another protective order hearing tomorrow. I don't think the court can do that. I don't think that request should be granted.
I don't know that I can do that officially. I think.
So that's why we're doing this hearing. And I don't think the court can order that my client, not saying that she would, but I'm just indicating that I don't think that this court can order her not to have any contact with them at this point. They have a family law case together. We actually have another protective order hearing tomorrow. I don't think the court has the power to do that.
What is happening? Wait. What is happening? Hold on, I'm going to slow it down. We're going to slow it down.
Case together. We actually have another protective order hearing tomorrow.
Look at this shadow. I want to just look at this shadow, because if it was her back to her stomach, this shadow would be flat. Why is this stomach separate from the side of her body? Here?
I don't think the court has the power to do that. I don't think that request should be granted.
Also, I mean, it could just be her shirt, but it seems oval shaped.
I don't know that I can do that officially. I think that we can note Ms. Owens, here is your request, and is asking that you cease any communication between now and when we are able to redo our hearing, unless there's a need to do that, specifically for the family court matter. But I'm assuming you would communicate while at a court hearing versus outside of a hearing. So let me look for another date.
Okay.
Your Honor, is it possible for me to show Clayton that I am in fact pregnant, because he hasn't seen me?
No.
You've been molesting your stomach this entire time. What? No. Slay.
Your Honor, is it possible for me to show Clayton that I am in fact pregnant, because he hasn't seen me?
No.
Look at his face. His conscience is like,
dear Lord, baby Jesus Christ, get me out of this courtroom, please.
To show Clayton that I am in fact pregnant, because he hasn't seen me?
No.
even if you are pregnant, I could have showed my neighbor that I'm pregnant. It doesn't matter if he's not fathering my children. All right, guys, one more time. I want to hear it in slow motion. Oh, this is the greatest day of my life. Talk to me nice, Judge.
For me to show Clayton that I am in fact pregnant, because he hasn't seen me?
No.
Not slow enough. Not slow enough. It's not slow enough. Hold on. I need it. I just wanted to drag out forever.
Okay.
Oh, no. Did I miss it?
11.
Ah, I messed it up. Here it is. At 0.25.
Your Honor, is it possible for me to show Clayton that I am in fact pregnant? Because he hasn't seen me.
No.
It's so funny in slow motion.
Possible for me to show Clayton that I am in fact.
Hold on, I'm going to slow it down even more. We're going all the way. I just want to hear it. Is that it? That's it? That's all I could do.
Pregnant. Because he hasn't seen
Josh's
me.
face.
No.
All right, one more time, and then we're done. One more. I have tears. I choked on my damn Fresca. No.
He hasn't seen
girl.
me.
No.
Crying off my setting powder. Oh. Oh, man. I got to tell you, Laura, the climax to that was incredible. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I hope you're not pregnant from this. Dude, his face. Hold on, though. This poor man. Look at him. Watch. As he goes down, I'm pointing with my finger like you can't see
I am, in fact, pregnant because he hasn't seen me.
this. Look at look at him. He's like,
No.
no. I gotta tell you. This was a slow, just in Laura Owens' case, Karma Sutra ride all the way up. And then at the very end, I am spent. I am spent, Laura. I don't know. Oh my God. Oh, stir crazy. Thank you. Oh God. No.
I can do,
You know, it's so funny, Jane. I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, with this much, yeah. All right.
either the
26th of this second. 26th, that should be municipal court.
I go so that we can.
the court injunction trial that option.
It's not have trial. It's usually 3 hours.
Is that what you said, John? To here.
Okay, so it's listed on this.
All right. So then now they're just scheduling.
And then do cross-examination, model testimony.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
All right. She leaves.
I take these exhibits with them.
All right. Clayton in this outfit, he looks like Steven Seagal. Okay. So, all right. Oh my God. Okay. Well, this was great. It's so worth it. You guys are the best. This is great. I have to go wash all my makeup off because camera makeup is very different than outside makeup. And when I go outside, I look like a crazy person. So I got to go wash my face before I pick up my very real 2 children who have actually existed outside of my body. So let's see. Backing into the bushes. Oh, God. Oh, I had Dave message him already at this point saying, bro, you did good. LOL. Thanks for the stream. We love you, Bacon Bears. This was awesome. Okay, listen, if you guys, whoa, hello. If you guys are not already subscribed, please do so. Make sure you like. If you want to go for memberships, if you want to get into the Discord, we have that. I think what I'm going to do with this case is I might have to go live twice a week, but I'll discuss that when I get back from vacation. I'm going on vacation this next week, so there will be no live streams next week. You know what? Let's watch part 2 for the people tomorrow. We'll watch part 2 so that I can kind of make up for next week's live stream tomorrow. We'll do that tomorrow. And then, yeah, this case, like I said, I have down Rachel Juarez and Gingras, their debate. I have the body cam footage. I have the investigative report. If you guys want to see anything else, please make sure you message me, put it in the live chat. Also, a shout out. We can do a little earlier, probably, I guess. Or do you guys want to do noon? What do you guys want to do? Shout out to Schnitzel Ninja, which is where I get all of this. Also, shout out to Bruce the Moose. I know that he is also a channel that covers this. I'm trying to watch. Listen, there's a lot of content that I have just fallen down this rabbit hole. So if you guys want to see more stuff while I'm offline, go do that. Also, status conference of February 21st of 2024. What is that? And remember, no. Yeah. All right. So let's do, because tomorrow I think the case is less time. Let's do like 11 o'clock tomorrow. We'll do 11 a.m. tomorrow, Central Time. Oh, the family court case. Okay. The status conference. Okay. We'll look at that too. Status February 21st of 2024. Okay. Honestly, we can just, for the next foreseeable future, watch Schnitzel Ninja's channel. With all that, do all the stuff on the keyboards, like, subscribe, hype, bang your face against the keyboard. You guys are the best, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.